Roger that. Roger that. Move it, son. I'm throwing smoke. Throwing a flashback. I'm throwing a flashback. Flashback. Get ready. It is going to explode. This is weird. Roger that. Let's go. Roger that. Roger that. Go, go, go. Smoke.
Cold Zero with a UMP.
I think he dropped a gun potentially for a teammate as well. And so you have to see if that's going to pan out here for SK. SK, a team that's very good at keeping the pressure on. And that's one of the things that you need in a championship level team. You always have to be able to put the pressure or keep the pressure on. And we know that they have players that are so good at getting those kills, and they must get kills. With an investment like this, even if they lose the round, they must get some kills and impact FaZe's economy. Eviscerated, if you will. Now, Carrigan's found himself a great forward position here as the B split is worked upon. This is a great way to run around like this, an anti-force bite type round. And Ali is at the front of it.
I love that play. We'll come back to it later. Taco moving into default now, getting a nice one dig onto Kiyashima. He's got one player on for support. Down he goes though. Fox coming into the flank as well. Cold Zero down on the B bomb site. Two players coming in towards that shop area. Ali's got an angle on the window. So this is looking pretty solid for the FaZe clan at present. I think Rain is in the apps there. Fox has close quarters, couldn't get the one tap there. Rain going for the reload as well. Really poor timing from him. That's an AK collected, and Fox can save that if he wants to, or will they go for the push? Down goes Alu. This looks on for SK, and now Carrigan's the last man standing. He's on shot, he sees Fox, can get the 1v1 using the pillar to try and hide himself. Down goes Fox, no kit for Fallen. Looks good for FaZe now. Fallen just trying to bait Carrigan out, touch the box, wants to try and kill everyone, won't do it. Expensive round for FaZe, but a good round nonetheless. They keep a clean sheet.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that looked potentially like 4 guys would survive for FaZe, which would be really bad for SK. And they managed to get somehow almost all the kills there. So really nice from SK to force their way back in and get the damage done, keep the pressure up. And we're going to see now at FaZe that they're going to have to spend everything. They're going to have 3 MAC-10s, actually, which is not the most common of sights, but it will be very good. It's a very cheap gun. It's very good at defeating players which have no Kevlar, and that is the case here. No helmets, no Kevlar for SK Gaming. They are on a full save.
On the plus side for FaZe, there's likely to be a lack of helmets in the buy round as well, so they can opt to keep some of those MAC-10s if they go for a pop flash play, as you saw AZ moving into Connector once Connector was smoked. They could use a MAC-10s for close quarters plays like that. Mirage maybe not the best map for MAC-10s against a buy Sans helmet, but we'll see how things play out. For now, Carrigan looking towards B. Got the AK on point actually, but he has support from Kiyashima. Fox coming for the flank now, but he can't get the kill. 3 players down. This looks like a nothing round for SK, which is perfectly fine as they are on that clean eco.
Yep, FaZe with that good start, and for me it's also important to see FaZe with that good start too, because it's going to be interesting to see what they've been working on, because Mirage is a map where they, as it was highlighted upon on the desk, Karrigan brought them, well, Karrigan and Alu, I would say, both players brought them a lot of potential to have this be a map which could be quite strong for them. Alu is, he's such a strong AWPer, very dynamic, and that gives him very strong presence across the map, as you can do so much with it on the CT side especially, and Karrigan for those T side strats and the mid-round calling, which has really made the difference. And right now, as you said, we're going to have only one player actually without a helmet. So this is, the Mac 10s are going to be very hard to use well here. Will Fur be able to survive? There's one down, a second comes in as well. That is a big defense. This has fallen flat on his face. Faze have to make the B push work, and there's the first entry to try to do so.
Yeah, they've got the bomb there as well. Early smokes coming in to close off the choke points. Oh, Rain just about getting past to the bench position with 5 HP. Man advantage though for SK, but how do they find the angles? Fur is on a very long rotation through the apartments, and SK may have to wait a little while for that smoke to go as well. Rain not waiting for anything though, but he's going to get taken down by coldzera. That's a 3-on-3 retake. Karrigan around the window. That's a very hard spot to deal with, and Fur still far away. This is still looking hard for SK despite the man advantage. The bait now from coldzera. Down goes Fox. They're falling one by one. The high ground finally comes in. Fur gets one tap by Karrigan immediately down to the 1v1 there, but that's not time. He doesn't have a kill. Can't get a kill on Karrigan either. Huge draw from Faze Clan as they hold on the B bomb site despite having very early disadvantages there.
Karrigan's up to 10 kills already after 4 rounds. Karrigan is having a game already. And that jump from Fallen was really good through the window to bait out the Karrigan who's sitting in the corner. Karrigan should have been a dead man. And the thing is that there was no trade. If Fallen jumps out like that, he knows he's basically dying. But the whole point is to get rid of that position of the player in the corner, which was Karrigan. But there was no coordination there to jump out with Fallen. So I'm not sure what happened there, but it enabled Karrigan an opportunity which he did not throw away. And now it's back to the pistols for SK. But they have Deagles, James. 4 Deagles should be fun. One would hope.
For those of you on Go TV, in the second half, I would watch Alu with the AWP, but for the first half, I would keep eyes on AZ, and since Karrigan's doing well already, keep eyes on him as well. On the CT side, I would say Fur. I'd normally say Fallen, but it seems that Fox is the primary AWPer at the moment, so in that case, I'll keep eyes on the Fur. Yeah, it seems that SK, they're choosing to play to Fox's strengths, as opposed to playing to their permanent team strengths, which would be Fallen AWPing. So normally I would say Fallen, but there we go. Anyway, this is a eco round. Good start from Fallen over towards the A-bomb site. He's got coldzera and Fox close as well. Ace is going to charge in on his own. That's not going to work out for him. coldzera avoiding these flashbangs once again. 2 men left now. Kishima and Karrigan. This is not working out at all for Faze. Karrigan, 1 HP, matter of time. Dan, they got absolutely wrecked. What happened?
Did Cold get 4 kills? Where did Cold find 4 frags? Where? Where were they hiding? That is insane.
What a round to lose.
That is a crazy round to lose. It all just fell flat on his face. That's nuts. I mean, we see this, we heard this in the distance, the kind of clink of the 1D. That was very nice from Fallen. But then Cold, after he got, had his hands on that AK, he just annihilates everybody here. Wow. And that's crazy because they were able to pick up another AK there, so there's a lot of value they converted from that win. That is going to shake FaZe somewhat, but FaZe still have the ability to not allow that to compound into too much of an issue in the long run, if they're able to win this round. Looks like they want to go for that set piece onto the A-bomb site, throw those smokes in, and see if they can make life difficult here for SK.
Now we've got Fallen playing around the shadow position, but help is going to be hard to come by. Both teams are getting flat. Fallen's surely going to go down this situation. Facing 3, down he goes first, going to do what he can. There are T's all over the place, bombs get taken down. The close grenade, Rain and Ali double peeking, and that's going to work out. Fur goes down. Now we've got Fox rotating from mid towards the CT position. Can he stop the bomb from going down? There goes Kishima. Rain planting. Plant successful, but there goes Rain as well. Alu with a lot to do. 3 players remain for SK. Can he get himself to 1 versus 1 situations? Moves to triple. 2 players coming from jungle and connectors. We can pick out Fox, but now Fox is the bait. coldzera will take him down. 3 players surviving for SK. Looked a bit hairy, but another round on the board for them.
Yeah, that was really cool to see that Fox just really connected. A lot of those 2 shots with Fox connected, a lot of shots to get that momentum going, but that 1 round where Cold picked up the 4K, that has just really set FaZe back so massively now.
Yeah, the money's gone on the FaZe clan. Some Tech 9s and pistols being picked up, mostly P250s. Indeed, double ops. We'll see where Cold Zero is going to go with his. Fox has started some rounds towards CTA and some rounds in the middle area, so SK changing things up. We've seen Fur in Shadow, we've seen Fallen in Shadow, all kinds of things going on. We'll see what the norm is. Fallen playing close to the ramp at the moment on this anti-eco round. To just the one player with Kevlar, that's Rain. Moving quickly into the middle area, and he's lurking in Palace with the bomb. His teammates are getting taken out one by one. He won't pull a rotation. Fallen's in a great spot, but there's no one CT. He manages to plant the bomb.
Oh dear. That's so nice for FaZe, but you gotta think that it's a little bit of a... I mean...
Well, they didn't lose a single player, SK, so...
No, but, you know, allowing the bomb to go down is never nice when you have 5 players left alive and you haven't spotted the bomb. Maybe that's the edge that FaZe need. We'll find out shortly, I suppose. I mean, because we're in a position where SK, they haven't actually managed to get too far ahead from the money perspective. So FaZe still have the ability, if they're able to win a couple rounds back here, that they can start swinging momentum back in their favor, maybe play against some ecos. That would be lovely. But first they have to surmount the double op situation. This is going to be interesting. I mean, for us, this is a new experience to see how Fox, like the work that they've done with Fox on this team, and him being part of the double AWPing unit with Cold.
Yeah, Taco's going to be supporting Fox from that short position. Fur currently in connector as well, and again, it's Fallen playing close, so these positions have been changed around, but Rain, as that smoke dissipates, will get an early advantage for FaZe. Can they capitalize on this? 3 players top mid for the T side. Haven't really pushed into mid at the moment. Now Taco's starting to creep top mid as the T side move away.
Oh, this is so cool from Taco. He's going to hear all the info here, all the way. He responds, one player has to go for the shots there, gives his position up, there's no other choice, and you can see immediately FaZe like, whoa, wait a second. There's a minute left, and do we still go for this? They saw us running across, they have to have the information. Do we still go for this A play? They're going to decide to go back. This is a good decision from FaZe.
Taco's moved from short to B as Cold Zero's rotated, anticipating a strike towards A, but indeed that strike is now coming to the opposing bomb site. Taco has a smoke to play with at the moment, but no players for support. They are very far away, very bad positions for this rotation. Rain moving up towards top mid as well. I'm not sure if first spotted him. Taco's going to need help badly. And there it is, taking his head off, and that Molotov's gone to the wrong place. They need to get out of that fire, but they're in very good positions to take this round phase. Indeed, it's abandoned ship already.
Yeah, there's not much SK can do. And if you consider like some of the small parts about this round, imagine if Taco is about a second slower to the position at top middle and doesn't get spotted, then FaZe go for the A play and SK very likely just win the round. But because he was a second too fast, something that he can never know, it was abandoned ship on that plan. FaZe re-strategized the round, and SK they had to go back to passive positions because they were man down. They didn't know what was going on. So
it's a nice mid-round call.
Yeah, it was a great mid-round call, and this is one of the differences that Karrigan has added to the FaZe team. We used to see FaZe be like kind of like a dilemma that Mousesports had before as well. Where you get into these mid-round spots when the initial plan had to be aborted, and there wouldn't be a clear call or a clear, concise decision or consensus across the team as to where to go next, and then it would just kind of loads of mistakes would happen. So really nice to see. That's a good sign, and FaZe are going to be able to show some resistance here, not allowed to SK to run away with things.
Nice shot there by Karrigan. Had AZ for the potential trade frag as well. Karrigan with 12 kills, got double the closest guy to his team at the moment. Good for a 2-round lead at present over SK. They saved a lot of guns. They have a good buy, the Brazilian side, with Portuguese standing. 3 men top mid, Fox playing out from FaZe. Lovely shot off the Fox.
Yeah, what a shutdown there from Alu. And now this should force a response from SK Gaming. They have to take some risks, and that was it. Trying to get some info, get something done there in the B apartments, and that's another 1 versus 1 loss. This puts SK in a really desperate position. What do they do right now? They are in a spot where they can try to commit to win this round still, because they can still manage to buy in the next round.
Cold Zero has some action coming his way soon as distractions being run towards A, but it is the action is behind Cold Zero. We've got 4 people in apartments. He needs to turn around and he'll have a good angle. He'll hear the grenades coming and he's moving closer to the site. Nice on into Kiyoshiba. Can he start getting traded here? They're on the high ground. He can't get a second kill. Fallen and Fur remain. Fur trying to thin the numbers out from the shop. His teammate is well away from him, so all he can do now is hold his position, try and get some 1 versus 1 duels, but he's going to choose to push. Fallen takes rain down from a short position, so now they know they've got 2 versus 1, but now it's Aliu alone. What's happened to this round?
I don't know how Fur managed to find a blind spot, but he did, and he moved through it. That is so sick. Now Aliu's got to clutch this. He is, to be honest, the man for the job on FaZe in a spot like this. So cool, calm and collected, but he misses the first shot. He will be able to recover somehow, though. Fur not able to find that kill, but Fallen will. And there is plenty of time to get the defuse. I do not believe it. How did they pick this one up?
One by one, the FaZe clan members disappeared. SK reduced their gap to 1. This game's looking pretty tight at the moment. Tight on money, tight on rounds. Ooh, feels that heartache. I know there's a meme picture out there somewhere. FaZe with a thin lead at the moment. They have the buy. They've got a full buy again, so the carnage is going to continue. 2 AWPs on the CT side. Aliu will have his own as well. We'll see if Fallen keeps playing these close A ramp positions. I do wonder if this is specific to FaZe. I mean, we've seen them before from SK, but no smokes. And normally they had it with a 2-man setup, whereas he's just playing it on his lonesome. And he's going to have a lot of action coming his way.
AZ's great in spots like this, though, on these entries. But he's going to have a grenade in his hand. Range there, though, for the quick trade. That's going to work out, but there is still players to worry about in the vicinity. Although the major space they're contending for, that bomb site, has been controlled now. Fur, wow, Range just going straight into connector. And it does get the kill easily, it seems. Fox, there's some good fragging here from this position before, but there's a lot more players to work against this time, and they are not peeking him. He needs some help here. He needs someone to try to help him get those players out of position, and that is one opportunity gone now for Fox. And the bomb is starting to tick faster and faster. If they want to move, they've got to do it now.
Down goes Kirishima, Reigns in a very strong position though, sees Taco through the top of the smoke, and that bomb's continuing to tick. They need to save these AWPs. Not sure if Cold can save his one because of Reigns' position. He's blind as well, but Fox may be able to escape. Definitely needs to hold on to this. Yeah, Cold should be okay there. And indeed he is. Another round for FaZe. I mean, SK's A-holds are looking somewhat brittle.
Yeah.
Fallen good for 1 kill there, but is 1 kill enough?
Yeah, the old Fur and FNX type plays that you could see at A were quite iconic almost of SK's Mirage holds, and also it was also marked by the kinds of aggressions that Fur seemed to be able to do that no one else could quite do in the way that he could do it. So it is a very different dynamic for the SK defense. Another fast push into the middle areas would seem from FaZe, but actually perhaps they detected the pushing here because they've held themselves in a more passive spot. Fur goes in, gets himself 1, but that's not going to work out. AZ strikes, and he knocks down 2.
Fox's position as time ticks gets more dangerous, but he delivers a kill, and it's time to get out of there. Lovely angle from Cold as well. Kirishima holding a passive angle, but not passive enough apparently. Question is, where is the bomb going now? 3 versus 2. Cold will be left alone on the B bomb site. Has to be afraid of short and the apartments area. Apartments smoked off. Meanwhile, the bomb's rotating towards the A site. Fox holding an angle on short for his teammate at present, but he can quickly rotate towards A. Fallen will need to stay alive if he spots something. He will need to be the bait from this position. Rain checking the sandwich, and there we go. Now Fallen just needs to hide. And it's that Fox has the angle, but a Molotov forces him out, down to the 2 versus 2.
Fox and Cold Zero, the new AWP duo, it would seem here. With the AWPs, it will be difficult to go for the retakes here. Oh god, Fox is stuck in the flames there. Took a bit too much damage, down to 20. Cold lurking above the smoke, gets himself 1. So fast to the trigger is Cold. Rain now gives up his position in killing Fox. This is going to help Cold though, at least he knows where he's going to be at. And he's going to go and just try to pressure the defuse now. Oh, is he going for the hold? Pros don't fake. Cold pulls it out of the bags there somehow. Rain will be disappointed with that. Picks up the kill at the very least. But a round stolen away by SK, but they lost every player.
Yeah, he is going down to the wire. That is an expensive drop of the AWP towards the end there as well, but Cold has enough money for another one. He will throw it to Fox, and Fallen will be on the UMP, it seems, as will Taco. So, again, we keep seeing buys from both these sides, mostly because of Sage on the CT side, but indeed, things are going down to the wire, going down to the limits of their economy. FaZe again with a fast play. Always important to have that Molotov going into connector. makes it a lot harder for the CTs to pick those angles. If it goes on the top, often allows a gap in the bottom, but then Fox got picked off last time, so SK will have to be careful around the connector area. One round between these two sides, and look at all those smokes in the middle area. Scope, 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 scope.
They're just chilling at the moment in middle, and it's interesting that SK don't decide to contest it in any sense. What they're doing now is just playing hyper passive all the way in the back of the B-bomb site, very defensive on A as well, and allowing FaZe to move into whatever positions they want. And FaZe have shown quite a strong ability to play off these forward positions, so it's going to be tough for SK to deal with. It's interesting that they've chosen this approach. Now they're starting to feel that additional pressure. The players coming towards B. Fox is going to be put to the test.
He will need a flash from Taco if he wants to peek the balcony again. Taco not in position to do it though, he's having a peek himself. They're both going to go down. That is horrible. Lovely split by FaZe, and you have to wonder if SK have an answer at this point. Maybe Coldzera was trying one, but Alu has completely denied him. Fur is miles away, fallen just on a salvage mission, picking up an M4, and he has to run for his life. Another difficult round for SK. I mean, just the way the guys on B were peeking with Fox on the balcony looking towards short and Taco facing apartments with the UMP, so many problems for them, and it was compounded by the split of FaZe. And now I think finally the money is broken for SK.
Tough times. A very close match between these two teams, isn't it? It's kind of nuts how backwards and forwards this one is.
SK, 4 of their 5 rounds have been won by defuse. So even in the rounds that FaZe haven't won, they're having a certain amount of success. Yeah, that peak is never going to come in time. That's a nasty surprise, very nasty indeed. And now FaZe have opportunity. I mean, there are still weapons on this SK side, and they are going to buy around these weapons, so the force is here.
And one thing about FaZe 2 is that, SK in studying FaZe's demos, they're going to read and kind of average sort of timing for when FaZe makes certain plays. And obviously, part of the boot camps and kind of the period right before the major, teams get to mix stuff up like that so that they're not as predictable. So seeing very slow stuff from FaZe is quite surprising because they generally are a bit of a faster team. And that does affect how SK, the push timings for information and so on that SK might want to make. So it's interesting now that both teams get a bit of info in this match itself to kind of adjust a little bit. But we'll have to see if it comes too late for one of these sides. They're starting to take a bit of a lead, and they should be able to close this round down as well. They've got a nice advantage on the weapons and some good mid control once again. SK often just giving up mid, and they don't have an AWP, so that's understandable.
I think we have a pop flash for Fur to have a look. Spots one player. That's not the... it is the bottom carry, actually. That means rotation, but will it come fast enough? Fallen trying to get off the side to play for the retake, and he's going to survive the AK there as well. We've still got Taco towards B, holding an angle, but, I mean, a bomb was spotted on A-ramp, surely. Rain going for the short plant with Carrigan there for support. 3-on-3 retake here for the CTs. Make it 2. Coldzera disappears. No kit on these final players.
Fallen with that UMP. He's all that's left now. And a very surprising second frag from him, but with 19 points of health and these angles to deal with. And no grenades. That will be the end of Fallen in this round. 8-5, and FaZe are doing some good work here on this T side. They are also showing some resilience and also some adaptability, and those are 2 important qualities that maybe you would not necessarily have associated with previous FaZe clan lineups. So it's good to see that, and it's really putting SK to the test here. And this round they don't have much to answer for, so really playing for the playing to squeeze out an extra round in the last one of the first half, perhaps with a full save here.
Yeah, SK's buy will probably suck in the last rounds, but they are without choice. So we'll see if FaZe can make it to double figures in the first half. This is that might be a smoke for jungle rather than connector, actually. I don't recall which one, but we will soon find out. Indeed, it's the connector smoke rather than a jungle smoke. I like the idea of a triple smoke when you have someone near connector as well, because I feel like if you have someone near jungle playing between jungle and connector, then you can bait them into an AWP shot. Anyway, FaZe moving towards B. Taco playing the that sneaky angle, but To what end? They don't have much to offer SK in this particular round. Double P coming in from the CT side, and now it's fallen with his honest USP on the A side. Try and steal a gun. Karrigan though is very careful. In-game leader expecting in-game leader.
There's a lot of good data here, I think, in this match for any potential opponents in the future for FaZe Clan if Mirage comes up, because we've seen a lot of focus around B actually from FaZe Clan, and you know, as you mentioned, the A defenses didn't look too amazing from SK, but generally speaking, FaZe seem to be favoring the B side of the map, and they've got a lot of splits that do seem very well coordinated. So that's something to think about for any of the future opponents on this map of FaZe Clan in this major. But this is last round of the first half now, and we see Fur back to his old shenanigans perhaps, back into his regular position here with the UMP, going aggressive as we know him to do by Slope. He's been spotted by Rain. Rain will call it out, but he can't survive the onslaught. Where's the response though? Karrigan's in Palace. Perhaps he could strike here to maybe get a frag back.
T's got to be careful as well. The bomb's in at T spawn. AZ's going to collect it. Karrigan taken down. Ding dong, double headshot from Fur. Phase of 3 players remaining. May not be double figures in the first half after all. Moving towards the B bomb site is Alu. He's looking for a pick at this point, trying to maybe bait someone out into his reticle. Meanwhile, his teammates are moving through the middle area, but connector is open. Fox passes the angle. They won't see them moving up short. There's opportunity for FaZe.
It's looking quite interesting. This B side has worked out well for them in the past. Let's see if SK can have a better defense here going for themselves. Bit of damage here taken already by FaZe. Cole with that frag, he's still on the bomb site, causing problems. And there is another one, and it's a big one because it leaves Alu alone. No friends to play off of with that AWP, and there are CT swarming him on the bomb site now, and that's going to be that 9-6 first half between FaZe and SK. If you consider how back and forth this was, this is actually a very impressive feat by FaZe. But I think also we did see not the greatest amount of comfort in perhaps the new roles and positions from SK.
Yeah, I think it was SK should feel happy they got 6 rounds on the board in that situation, because it looked quite difficult for them. Now the roles change and it's FaZe's turn to defense. We'll see what SK have in mind. And I do wonder if their T sides or their CT sides will be stronger going into the major with a stand-in. Essentially, I'm sure they prepared for something, so we'll find out. We'll learn that as the major continues. Karrigan, defuse kit and a smoke. Everybody else Kevlar. All USPs apart from 1P2000, and we see Karrigan and Coldzera the ones delivering the kills for their respective teams at the moment. And we'll need some catch-up for both sides. Fox and Taco, AZ and Kishima lounging, rather languishing around 5 kills each. SK with a heavy focus towards the A site immediately. The numbers game will be strong as we've got Rain towards triple. Other than that, everyone for FaZe is somewhere else. AZ looking to push top mid.
Fast play into the A bomb side here. Rain on the site. He has not got much in the way of support. He's not really playing the retake position here. He's looking for kills. He might just be... Oh, that is nice. Mid-air frag there. Headshot straight away. AZ now looking to come into play there by the stairs. The bomb is on the floor in a precarious spot. Fur and Taco, the last man standing, but not for long. Kiyoshima's back into the fray as it's just Fur, but AZ will drop him down on the stairs. And that is a strong start here in the second half from FaZe. I would be a little bit worried now if I were SK.
Me too. Both pistol rounds won by FaZe. They are in a good spot at the moment, and we haven't seen anything spectacular from SK just yet, so it is somewhat worrisome if you are a fan of the mostly Brazilian side. They've gone for the force buy. We've got a Tech 9s coming out, Deagles onto Taco and Coldzera. A solitary smoke grenade onto Fallen. He will carry the bomb as well, and he will lack the Kevlar, so we'll see what SK can offer with that one smoke grenade. 3 players heading towards apartments. Looking to go in the lower area. Kiyashima will have the audio information. You'll hear them moving around, and you'll see a grenade from the CTs. In response to that, AZ going for some sneaky stuff. Down to 6 HP though, he needs to get out of there.
Yeah, bad spot now. Stuck in no man's land. That bomb just sitting there in mid. What are you to do? Bunch of rifles trained your way. But there is some damage to be done here by Fur and Cold. Deagle in hand, they're looking to try to use this as a budget AWP perhaps. Snipe down some players. Just slowing things down a little bit. I mean, FaZe, they don't have, there's no reason for FaZe to push. So SK are going to have to, it's on them really to try to finish on one of these bomb sites and pick up a kill along the way if they can possibly do so.
Throwing flashbang.
But the issue is, where the hell are FaZe? Where are they playing from? There's a little bit of info for Cold as he spots Kiyoshima through the window. But I like the discipline here. FaZe very disciplined, not showing themselves really.
Throwing fire.
Now Fer also making some steps in the B apartments. So this is FaZe have a very good idea of exactly where SK are, and they are not overextending. I love that.
SK have managed to get 2 players per side on the for the CTs now, but they need to charge onto the side. They've got 20 seconds, and a short plant might be somewhat dangerous here, so they really need to clear CT and plant around the triple area. Alu waiting, Fer creeping in, but he can't get a kill, Alu. One more to find, and again, that clock is running down. They need to kill range, otherwise they can't plant the bomb. Down he goes, triple plant comes in, 15 HP for Fer. Can he pick up a rifle?
Okay, this is getting a bit weird. Tech 9 still though for Fer, and he will go down straight away, but that damage is brilliant. And it's not just the damage they did, but also what they did to grow their own economy, that bomb plant. That's going to help them out a lot. But FaZe, you know, they'll be, you know, a good spot to be getting the AWPs rolling in when they want them. And Alu's AWP on the CT is amazing. And one thing I actually have to mention as well is that way back when Carrigan used to be on the TSM, like in the TSM era, before Astralis became Astralis and when they were TSM and Dignitas, obviously Carrigan came in the TSM era. Carrigan in many spots was actually had the best rating out of some tournaments. He was individually very, very good, and it kind of dropped off into the Astralis era when Carrigan was a part of that team. So it's very interesting to see if that becomes something that we come to note of him again, that his individual level just rises with this new team.
SK still trailing economically. Pistols, some Kevlar here and there. 3 flashbangs, starting to get quiet now. Kiyoshima's position around a short area allows him to hear a lot of sound if there is any around the apps. So SK will have to be scared of that. Fox taken down in the underpass area. Tackers makes his way onto the side. Can he get a kill though? Carrigan gets 1 kill, starts to back off. Got Kiyoshiма for support, but he can't reload in time. He'll go down. Kiyoshima and Alu now putting in work. That is a very nice cleanup. Only 1 person lost. Won't be much of a concern. No plant for SK, so they won't have as much money as they otherwise would, which may mean no AWPs where we would otherwise see them.
Yeah, if the question becomes then, do they have all the nades? We have some FaZe fans, hashtag FaZe up, and they are definitely up a lot right now, James. They are up 6 rounds. That is pretty gangster.
Double the score of your opponent's always good, unless you've got 2 and they've got 1, then it's not so good.
All right, so we have a timeout for SK here, which is much needed. Obviously, this is basically make or break. If they lose this round, let's imagine that's the case. They lose the round, it goes 13-6 for FaZe, but then they have to save again. So then it's essentially 14-6 that they're up against. So there is no messing around at this point. They have to win every other round to have any security or any room for error moving into this comeback. And so with the limited, as you said, there's no AWP, they don't have the maximum amount of grenades. It's really important to get on the same page with this round.
Can SK show us the strategy, the tactics that they became famous for? They'll certainly need them at this point. They are very behind at the moment. No presence towards mid. Nobody going to even be watching it at this point. Very quickly showing some presence towards the B-bomb side. Carrigan taken by surprise there. Kiyoshima deep towards short. Can't hear the running, and they're going to charge straight in. Taco, mid of the side, gets taken down from short. Carrigan around the sides as well. Can he hold?
Yeah, the positioning is pretty strong here. They have no idea where to look. How is this so effective? Kiyoshima and Carrigan playing off of each other so incredibly well. SK never looked in the right spot, I don't think even once. That is crazy. Now they made it look easy. It's 13-6. FaZe, they look so comfortable, James. They have their slippers on, the dressing gown. They're in front of an open fire. Right now, they are smiling, and they have only 3 more rounds to go to get to that 16.
The B-rush, Taco in the middle of the site, but they can't find anybody. Kiyoshima was almost in the middle of mid, goes back, kills him from short, and it all falls apart. They didn't get a single kill. They did not get a single kill in that round. Fallen scouts, no armor. SK have gone all in, almost. Well, actually, no, they haven't. They've left themselves with north of 1,500 for the most part, so they have spent a fair amount. But with their loss bonus, they can afford to. They'll get 3,400 if they lose this round. Good start, though. But maybe it's about damage for this round. No rifle collected just yet. Or Kishima, he's too close. Tech9's putting in work, and now there's opportunity for SK. Now there are rifles to be collected.
Yeah, this is super weird now because the bomb can go anywhere, and obviously they pretty much have the A-bomb site, so they're taking it there. But there are 2 players for FaZe there, 2 of the remaining 3. Oh my god, these Tech9s, they're just doing so much work. And Alu and Karrigan will be trying to get something going. Alu's in a good spot. Oh, that could have been pretty huge, but it will just be nothing instead. And that will be lovely for SK. They survive with everyone. Let's see how many guns they pick up. That's an AWP, an AK, and an M4. Okay, they picked up 5 rifles, including an AWP there, James. That is insane value.
That is a bit bizarre, world. Getting into B, not getting a kill, then getting Tech9s and not losing a single player. Opportunity knocks for SK, but again, we haven't really seen much from them. They need more than Rush B on their T side. The buy comes back out for FaZe, or comes back in, whichever you prefer.
So this is it then. I mean, if SK win this, that's FaZe on the eco situation. So this is kind of crazy. And SK, they won and picked up so many guns that they can buy immediately if they lose this round. So SK suddenly have some weird level of economic security, at least for 1 round. So you can see Rain just playing on the smoke here. He wants to find that early advantage. They would do very well to start things off with that and put SK Gaming on the back foot, not allow them to execute their initial plan at the start of the round. FaZe playing a little less passively than SK did, but they're still playing fairly passively.
I really wonder what SK are going to offer us on this T side. I'm slightly concerned based on what we used to see and what we've seen so far. Minutes on the clock. No mid control. No one towards A anymore. Pretty much almost all in B apartments. Holding some angles, not finding anything. Will it be Rush B again? They might see Karrigan silencer if he holds that angle, I'm not sure. He needs to be careful with that. Nope, he's good. But as they get closer... Let's see the charge. It is Rush B once again. No one checking Karrigan's position. The smoke goes down as well. And he's in a strong advantage now. If they charge for that smoke, they're going to get wrecked, surely. But he goes for the reload. He's got a teammate coming in for rotation. AZ's mate is going to be the 3rd player on B. And he'll go down immediately. Cannon fodder perhaps. Karrigan with a lovely angle. Down goes coldzera. Down goes the bomb.
Oh, wow.
Disaster for SK. Again, there's just... not offering anything apart from Rush B.
But these setups from Karrigan and Kiyashima, they are masterful. If you just look at the positioning there from Karrigan, he repositioned a bunch of times, and initially Kiyashima was baiting, doing the jump across, and then running away. So they think that the player that would play Karrigan's position where he was hiding, that would be the player jumping around. So they thought there was no one there. So that in of itself, a free kill, slows things down. Karrigan repositions, Kiyashima repositions. Every time SK have hit that site against that setup, they've been having big problems. So you got to hand it to FaZe, to Karrigan and Kiyashima there. That is just great.
This is very shaky stuff from SK. They have eked out another buy again. Maximum loss bonus. Well, it was there. It's not there anymore because they've been reset after winning that 1 round. Some utility, a bigger focus on the middle area this time. Fair on the low ground. Ali's got to be careful now. May need a flash from a teammate, although SK will do the job for him. Safety flash, just in case. Now SK are in a good position with a lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, they have that mid as well, but they have to develop it into connector or control of the ladder room, and then be able to extend into a split from there. That's really the second phase. Well, after you've taken middle, it's not just as simple as just sitting in that middle area. And so Kiyashima and Karrigan become another big problem. Look how they've adjusted their positioning to deal with the sheer mid presence. Cold, will he spot this? Sees Kiyashima, free kill for him. Now Karrigan knows that he's there. Karrigan has to deliver something great here to stop them from taking the B-bomb site, because there are a couple players coming. Actually, they're going to go for the A play now. An additional frag came out there. This gets awkward now here for both players, but still, Rain and Karrigan somehow delivering a defense, leaving Cold all alone.
Falling apart, but there's still opportunity. 30 seconds. It's a long rotation from B if he goes through the underpass. A dangerous one if he runs up short, but FaZe Rain, he's got 5 HP. He can't afford to peak those angles. AZ's got a lovely angle of his own. coldzera is going to go through CT spawn. Rain in position though, looking the wrong way, and there's the opportunity for coldzera through the cool space, and now he needs to get a bomb down. A few seconds with which to do it, but AZ is well out of position.
But at least AZ knows 100% that Cold has to be on the bomb site planting the bomb right now. And so, will he realize, oh, gun not out, but he realizes that Cold was close enough to take the engagement, holding the angle, just creeping. Who's going to be first to get the first bullets off? It's going to be Cold who takes the kill. Important, incredibly crucial round taken by Cold in that one-on-one clutch.
Cold.
1-on-2 clutch, in fact.
Cold with 22 kills at the moment for his team. Only 2 players with more than 10 kills on the SK side at the moment. It's looking very tough indeed. So much required to get that one round on the board there. But they've broken the money of FaZe. FaZe not on that 15th round just yet. Opportunity for SK, but again, all these rounds looked worrisome. Aliu on the low ground, but he's only got a P250 for holding the off angle. He's got Carrigan in front support. Nice clean up. 2 players down already. That's a very strong start for SK. They will want to collect the bomb, which I think First going to go and do. Oh, patient play from Colt. Doesn't get a kill though. But as long as they win the round, may not matter too much.
Yeah, they've got that. Well, seemingly it felt like a free passage to be, but in fact they're taking it slow. So Rain is actually on the position. Ooh, bullet landed onto Fallen there, and he misses his shot. I feel like it's always very tense whenever there's Deagles at play, because it just takes that one bullet, but sometimes, as we see there, the bullet does not find itself onto the player.
For anti-eco ace. Nice padding the statistics there. So a 9th round on the board for SK. The gap is getting smaller. They're on the cusp of double figures. FaZe on the buy once more. Aliu on the AWP as per usual. Carrigan reduced to the UMP. Other than that, the rifles in as per usual. Limited in grenades are FaZe. They have a reasonable amount. Just the one diffuse kit onto Carrigan. We'll have to keep an eye on that should he go down. That may play a part later on. Fox smoking off top of short to help his teammates make their way towards the Foxes. Oh no, Fallen's gone, he's gone for the fast peek, but those double nades, if they come in, you are done most of the time. All left with all of 5 HP. Not the start SK needed.
I know you, James, that's one of your most hated things to be the recipient of.
I think we spoke about this yesterday,
yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. I feel like it's not often you actually see the AWP die straight up from the double A's. Like, you'll like lose 80 life and be really annoyed, but still at least be alive. But Fallen just got sent straight to the bench there, and that is very sad for him. But at least he can be calling the shots from the bench there. It gives him more freedom to do so. I suppose, small consolation indeed. Either way, the push will come into the A-bomb site regardless, and there's 3 players there ready to receive it from FaZe. They have that early advantage on the men, and they're playing passively. 3 on A, 2 on B. Very standard stuff. Let's see if it does them the world of good or the world of bad here as the push comes in, and Rain is lost straight away.
Flashbang though gives Kiyoshima opportunities. Reloading now, playing that get-right position as it's commonly known. AZ and Kiyoshima clean up the rest, making it look easy. Rain was holding an off angle there. Most of the time those T's are going to run out, probably looking towards CT spawn, so that would give him a jump, but the flashbang was concise. The double nades, oh man, there's nothing you can do in that situation. And that puts FaZe on match point. SK, 2 AK-47s and 3 Tech 9s at the moment. Not sure if anything's on the floor. A lot of grenades though. They've had time to practice with this 5. So we'll see if there's anything they can offer in this situation.
Yeah, this edition of FaZe Clan has so much confidence compared to all the others. Like, finally believe in the system, all on the same page. Much more scary force than what we've come to associate FaZe with before Carrigan. And now, 1 round away from taking this win against SK. Still in the Swiss system though, but the win goes a very long way for you. So, Cole waiting for a push there in the B apps. SK somewhat patient play. AZ looking for info. Oh, hopping up there to the ledge. And Fallen is in the right place at the right time there to pick up the kill. So something going here early in this round for SK to take an advantage. Can they turn that advantage into a bomb plant and perhaps a round window?
Cold Zero maybe going for a late flank through mid, or just cutting off rotators. Very passive position from him, but Carrigan's been forced to activate a flank. Rain's in trouble, down he goes, and we can't answer back just yet. He's committing to the fight, moving forward. Down goes Fallen, but can he get any more flashbangs? Fox taken down as well, spotting another player. Kiyoshima picks up in the meantime, holding angles, but he's in trouble through triple boxes. He will get taken down. SK not out of this just yet.
Indeed, and I know you have to love the confidence of Ali there to say, I know that I have to push forwards here, and that I have to hit 3 or 4 shots in a row. And it's like because he knows that it's such an intense situation, but he's one of the coolest cucumbers out there in the Counter-Strike world. But this time it didn't work out too well for him. Did miss one too many shots, and SK, they closed the gap here. They're only 5 away, and as we can see, the situation on the guns here isn't the best ever for FaZe. But with the individual skill that they have on the team, you always have to be on the lookout for problems. And there is problem number 1. AZ trying to escape. Oh, caught in the crossfire is Carrigan, or sorry, is AZ by Carrigan, and the rest will be cleaned up. Just 2 left now here for the FaZe clan on those pistols, looking to do some damage. Ali will get a kill in, and he'll be able to pick up an AK, which is fun. But what can he do with it? There's a lot to be done.
Fallen has support from short. Fox will trade. 2 kills for Fox in this round, and before the start of this round he had 5 kills on the board. And going forward in this tournament, you have to wonder what people will think of SK's decision to put Fox on the open instead of Fallen, because you know, again, I mean, maybe there's no wrong decision, but it's like, do you play to the strengths of your stand-in? Do you play to the strengths of your current players? Fallen is a very unique person on the AWP as well. I imagine on a map such as Train T-side he would be AWPing, but there we go. It's a point of discussion.
I mean, many would call him the best AWPer in the world right now, or in the last, you know, for the biggest period of 2016. That is how he has been known. So it seems really bizarre to take him off the AWP.
That is a good question. Do you?
Because he's just so, as you said, he's unique with it.
Yeah. Do you choose to play without the best AWPer in the world? I mean, it's a tough spot for them. Yeah, put it that way.
He's the one guy that could make it work, because he's more than that. But we could maybe talk about that at some other point. We're back into the action now. It's a non-buy here for FaZe, just a few P250s. P250 save, as it is known. Very cheap pistol, $300 a pop, but it can do a lot of damage. The honest P250.
Taka, I think it was Taka who spotted some players moving towards the middle area, which would explain the passive double peek from top mid around the entrance to B from the SK side. In the meantime, Taco's slowly creeping towards Palace, looking for an entry, and now we have a procession, a pilgrimage perhaps. Lovely flashbang, but Cold Zero still has an angle for 1 frag, and Fallen kind of has to run away here because he's carrying the bomb. He can't afford to go down in his position. He realizes that, and he will back off somewhat. Playing it tight, but again, they cannot afford mistakes there. Double AWPs versus an eco can be an awkward situation. 2 CTs per site now, minutes on the clock for SK. They are quite spread out as well. They need that numbers game. They do not want to be overwhelmed. They do not want to give up more rifles. First spots 1 for free. What else can he do with this? Alu's on the A site. Taco's there for support for Fur. Moving towards B now. We'll see where they choose to pincer. He can rotate towards CT, but Kishima makes his presence known. Alu, however, has not.
He's just chilling as usual, but he will die without seeing anybody. It's quite funny. And now it's just Carrigan. And the expectation is not too big. And that is why Fox with an easy kill onto Carrigan. 3 rounds away. It has felt like such an incredible struggle from the beginning for SK Gaming.
Yeah.
But it's actually possible here. They're 3 rounds away from actually taking us into overtime. And you can never ever count out SK. Ever. Especially at a major.
The struggle is indeed real. Now you have to feel like I mean, SK know where they are, right? They're against match point every single round. FaZe, the pressure has to be rising for them at this point. And now we may see these double ups come into play for SK. Finally, Fallen is also... See a CT on the low ground again. Always good to have Molotovs there. Fallen moves away just in time as those nades fly in. Now Fox can aim to the middle of this area to try and catch a peeking player. You really have to be careful with the peak of your jump when you're going for those jump peaks towards the apartments. If the apex is in the middle, then you are a jumping jack waiting to be picked off. 2-2-1 set up for FaZe at present. Everything slowing down, getting quiet. Kishima anticipating a late smoke top short, which would explain his position. Alu covering his back. Something goes wrong though, this could fall apart for them. Now it seems Fox still looking for a pick towards the B bomb site, as AWPers often do. Alu, JDM, AWPers who like to go for those picks in that area as well. And I think Fox is smoking off the end of the balcony with this.
Appears you are correct. The smoke has landed at the end of the balcony, and that cuts off all information. And it also makes it that it's very scary to try to push through that smoke as a CT. Unless you're already in front of it, because you don't know what's behind it. Alu, though, very, very fast to that pick. An awkward shot, but he makes it happen.
That's a scary read as well. That suggests they know what SK are doing. 3 people on the site for FaZe.
And Rain is sitting there. He hasn't got direct support because of these smokes. He's going to hold on. Is there a flashback from a teammate? Doesn't matter. He's going to go down. One and up. And in comes Kiyashima. Also downed by Fallen as a 2 versus 3 situation, and time is starting to really be an issue here for the SK side. They have to plant. Is there time? Oh no, he's too late to plant the bomb, or is he? He gets it down just in the nick of time here, but Carrigan launching himself straight in there, takes down Fallen. Just Fox left with the AWP. As James said, he hasn't got any frags on the board. This is a clutch he has to make happen, and he will with only 10 points of health. So close there by Fox, so intense that moment, but he does deliver for SK, and now they are a mere 2 away.
That is a massively scary round for SK, especially when Alu gets the pick in the underpass. It's like they know what SK have planned. It goes down to the wire and the stand-in clutches it for them. Kiyashima charging through the smoke, falling in a great position to trade. This is a tense match, to say the least, especially for a fan of SK. You should sit on the floor so you don't fall out of your chair the way this is going at the moment. No one in the middle area for FaZe, looking to play the close quarters around the A site. 2 players on the ramp. SK have time on their side for the time being.
Oh my god, James, what is that? The pot shot through the smoke, that's the classic.
This can of spam has been delivered to Carrigan. I hope you're hungry.
Oh man, never nice to be on the receiving end of that one.
Taco's gone on an expedition. He is... Oh man, Taco's cleared Palace. And now Rain's gone into Palace. But the bomb's still towards the B-bomb site for the time being. But it could go Rain. Oh, and that's fallen apart. What a disaster for Taco. That's really unlucky for him. How do SK respond? They've got 1 minute.
They got the pick onto Kiyashima now. They know that both players went down towards B, so that's an easy take of the B-bomb site, so that's a really easy answer for them in the end. And the bomb will make its way all the way to the B-bomb site. Costo's been spotted, and he will take down both Rain and Alu for the clean finish. Almost clean finish, only Taco lost. Boom. Straight in the... Was that a leg shot? Ah. Anyway, 15-14. What an unlikely comeback SK have made. This is such a crazy match.
1 more round to go, and maybe this is the kick up the behind that FaZe needed. Sometimes it takes that last round to take things over the line, so don't count them out in normal time just yet. Alu on the AWP once again. Going wide, doesn't want to get double naded on the ramp there, but SK looks to be going for a fast play towards the A site. The slow ones haven't worked out for the most part, or they've been a real struggle to succeed.
And one question is, if they push now, they could actually catch Alu a little bit out of position, because Alu's a big part of this A defense with that AWP. The smokes aren't down, they're just running in, contact style, lining up by the sandwich area, but picking up the kills. Alu comes into play. AZ pushing past the smoke. There's one! Gets himself a second. AZ almost good for the third. The remaining players so weak. Just Taco left standing. Now he is the man for the 1 versus 1 clutch. He's got to do it, or FaZe are going to take this one against SK. So much time to play with as well. He's going to be backing up right now. There's so many questions for Carrigan in this position. What is Taco doing? It's so interesting that he's picked up the AWP as well.
Yeah, I think it was for the short position, but now it's made things awkward for him. He's holding the low ground. He's committing. He can move back down the stairs and look on the high ground. There can be peaks from there as well, but now Carrigan's repositioned. I mean, maybe the AWP helps him in the fact he's low. He can't take some bullets from a duel here. He wants that one and done. But now Carrigan's been allowed to reposition, and he's moving towards default. And now Taco's moving back, and he's going to get the angle flash. Oh my God, that was down to the wire, but we're going to go to overtime. This is so tense, Dan. This is unreal. How have they brought this back?
Oh my God. The timing.
I'm sweating bullets down. I'm sweating like a pervert.
The timing there is so sick. Overtime. SK, if you're an SK fan, you should be mad at SK for just playing with your heart right now, because this entire match, they haven't made it look like they were going to win. They've always been behind. They've just always been behind. Every round that they've won feels like a bit of a struggle.
So, yeah, look up struggle in dictionary, and SK's map of Mirage here versus FaZe may be in there, amongst other things. That was such a grind for them.
Yeah.
I mean, FaZe have to feel like they were in a strong position. They must feel like they are the much more together team. But what's done is done. Normal time is now history, and they need to continue. They need to refocus. But again, SK, they've won a lot of rounds. This is the beginning of overtime, so they will continue on the same side. So perhaps momentum is in their favor. That is definitely a weight on off their shoulders, at least in the short term. So we'll see. I would say they have a psychological advantage, at least in these early rounds of overtime.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a clean slate all of a sudden after a very marked problem, which was the regular time in Mirage. So we have what is to be an A play pretty quickly, it would seem. Rain's in a very forward position. We haven't seen him in the forward position too much at the very early points of the round. And he is slowly shuffling backwards. Oh no, Fallen catches AZ. That's a free kill for him. Rain sat on the bomb site now, and he's got so many angles to worry about. All of a sudden, this defense could be collapsing inwards. But Rain, what is this? 2 frags there for him on the defense. That's going to make up for it just a little bit, but there's still more work to be done.
Alu's position in CT means they can't plant the bomb for the time being. Kiyoshima with the off angle takes third down. What do SK do with this? They're running out of numbers to cover all these angles. Connector's still a question mark as well. They've got no more grenades, just pure jewels for these, well, one Brazilian and one Portuguese guy. Fox can't really plant the bomb in that position. Goes for the short plant instead. He makes the back play. Cold Zero can't hold down the angles though. Fox has a lot to do. Instant trade. FaZe back on the scoreboard.
Diffusing.
And that's important. Just like you were saying, you know, I feel like I agreed with you as well. SK with a bit of an edge going into this overtime, but picking up that victory there in the first round of it is really big there for FaZe. And this defense here, just Rain couldn't move. He was basically in turret mode there, having to make such a big swipe as well to get the second player. That was a very important situation there, right at the beginning of the push. And SK get, oh my god, James, they've gone double up on the T side here. This is nuts.
Interestingly, FaZe could have picked up a second door. Karrigan did collect it for a while, but they chose to stick with one. And indeed, it is MR3, 3 rounds per half, starting with $10,000. So we'll see if this works out for them. Casually walking into the angle, neither player takes a pick. What? That is so bizarre. No one's here. This time you've got a bait, so they move into the middle area, but still no pick on either side. Fer got an angle. Kiyoshima needs to be careful, but for now, he's holding an angle on short. CPL, smelt off. What do SK do with this map control? They've got 2 towards A, but look at this position. This is the SK setup they have here. This is why it's bad to put YouTube videos up, Dan. Yeah. All your strats get stolen.
Yeah, I honestly still don't know how Alu did not get a kill there. That was crazy. And the thing is, for SK, they can't just sit in mid. There needs to be the second phase now, as I mentioned before. Where you either get control of connector, or you get control of where Kiyoshima is right now, the ladder room. And that looks like it could be the goal here for SK, and they can leave lurkers towards A, perhaps. Kiyoshima is really big defense here, and he gets nothing. Absolutely nothing. And in the meantime, Fallen picks off AZ. Ali will get a return there onto short. This is a good angle. The bomb's down there too. Yeah. But it should be recoverable. There's a couple smokes.
Time is ticking though. Time is ticking, and this puts SK in a really awkward situation. If they smoke connector, that's not going to really work out for them. How do they collect the bomb? They're not trying to do it just yet. There are 30 seconds left. They may try to put themselves in a position to win by elimination, but they really need to collect that bomb. 20 seconds. Which bomb site are they even going to go to? Look at Rain's position. If they go A, surely SK is screwed. They won't be able to plant the bomb because of these positions. But Alu and Rain, they're moving towards B. They've abandoned the A site then.
Oh man, but they're coming back now. They realize what's going on. Fox will be able to plant in the open, but as you said, this should give a lot of good shots here. Potentially, oh, but Rain was so important. That position's gone, so is Alu's, and now it's down to Karrigan. He's been having a game so far, but it's going to have to be something incredible to steal this one away in a 1 versus 4. He's already got 1 kill though, and the bomb is freshly planted. He does have a kit, so there's time to try to work this one out, but he has an AWP to contend with as well. Has 2 rifles, and he cannot pass the first test of 3. He will fail, and SK will put themselves with a round into this first half of the first overtime.
The change of power in that round was completely bananas. If they'd held angles on A, that would have been nutty. We've got the North keeping eyes on things. They are in one of the rooms here at Eleague.
It's quite
all
expression
kitted
there.
out, swag lords.
I like Magic's expression there. He's just like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's somewhat bonkers. We've got Carrigan, he's gone for the auto sniper. I don't like this weapon on Mirage personally, but everyone to their own. If people are running through a smoke, it can be useful. Otherwise, I'd much rather an AWP, one and done, may be superior. And either way, we'll see how it plays out. Alu holding things down up close with the AWP and connector.
Oh, that's such a strong position. Fallen with the flick, though. That's one of the things that makes Fallen so good. He is very good at dealing with the unexpected, but Alu will take him down, and that's really big. The bomb's been spotted too in middle. It's been dropped, in fact, which does mean that SK, they have to dedicate some players in collecting that. Gives a bit of good information here for the FaZe side in putting together this defense now. However, I think Taco could be a big problem from Palace there, but look at this. The attempt comes in, Fox into the angle, somehow takes that one away from Alu. Very, very important play from Fox. Nicely done.
Taco looking towards Palace. coldzera looking for an opening. If you were to get picked that, I could even suggest a B play, but now we see Taco showing towards Palace. We'll see how this plays out. Carrigan with this auto sniper. There's AZ gone. So which way will the bomb go? 35 seconds, just moving into B apps. So Character's going to have to play auto sniper in B. That should be interesting. Unless Kishima can hold things down. He's moving to an aggressive position in the apartments. That's a nice angle for Carrigan, but two of the three players towards B. Kishima with a lot to do. Surely hears the sounds now. There's one player flying in. Down goes Fox. The trade comes in. That's the bomb going to get planted now. And Carrigan taken down as well. A thin lead moving into the second half.
There is no way. I was so emotionally prepared for FaZe to win this match, but this resurgence from SK, this is the first time that they've actually taken really elite. That's kind of crazy. It's only finishing into the first half of the first overtime to accomplish that, but they find themselves in that position. And a lot of that, a lot of the mentality of a team like SK is going to be based on every individual knowing that they having experience, except for Fox, winning majors. Having that experience, knowing that you can and that it's inside of you to win a major, to come back from all the odds, is something that's always going to be very troublesome when you're dealing with a team like SK. And they're showing that mental constitution right now. Coming back around ahead, moving into the second half of the first overtime. Can they do it, James? They have a double up. Once again, Fox and Cole.
Right then, double AWPs at the beginning of the round for the CT side. That is an all-in play, so if you're an SK fan, you better hope they win this round. Otherwise, things may get pretty damn ropey. Fallen and Fox playing from CTA. coldzera is with the second AWP towards B. We know what he can do with that. Carrigan, AZ, top mid. Kishima moving through the other part at present. Fur needs to be careful from that angle. It's really interesting. If FaZe go for their standard pop flash into connector, I don't think it would flash from that angle. It's kind of impossible to flash everywhere in connector because of the nooks and crannies. He will back off though, play the safe game. There's that smoke into connector, and then you see the pop flash, and AZ will make his way inside. And there it is, standard stuff. Also see North doing that actually.
So it looks like AZ's going to make the entry attempt now. Oh! We need the kiss cam there between her and AZ, but to be undiscovered. The trade does find its way there, though. And Fallen's position becomes very important. Unknown finds a window of opportunity. They line up for him. Takes down one. In fact, it's AZ going to be giving him a hand there to finish off Rain. Fallen, though, trapped behind this stack of boxes. Very hard to get out of this position. He's got 17 points of health. Desperately needs Cole to come in and save him. And Cole is getting there as fast as he can, taking down Carrigan along the way. And these grenades are pressuring.
Oh, that money grenades!
Oh, so close to AZ. AZ's playing with Cole. Oh, Fallen goes for the hold. AZ just steps out and says no. Bringing it home with the AK. 17-17. James, you called it an all-in play. They spent a lot of money on those double ops. Where are they left now?
How did that grenade not kill him? If that grenade lands, they win the rounds. That is bananas. So is this push. Fur managed to save it, but oh, it's just a bit short. Just a bit short. Otherwise, that is the round for SK, but it's not. Oh my god, Dan, they've gone for 3 AWPs!
I don't even know how to describe this. I guess Fallen wants to AWP, and he's like, well, Fox, we know that you need to AWP to play the AWP best, and Cole's really good with the AWP as well. So why don't we all have AWPs? AWPs all around.
This is like selling your house and selling your children, and putting it all on black.
Alright, well, let's see if it comes up black after all for SK, because in comes the push, and they're being smoked off. This is the perfect response.
Oh dear god. Triple AWP retake with AW, well, triple AWP retake on the A side. That's going to be quite interesting. They will have lots of angles to play with though, especially if Fallen can hold on to the CT area. You've still got players on short, and there we go. coldzera will not allow Kishima to plant the bomb. This may work out after all. Took too long to get that bomb down. Smoke dissipates and they'll pay for it. 3 players remain, and now this dynamic of these AWPs is going to get really weird. Rain of 13 HP, there he goes. This might just work out. They could even win with no players taken down. There's Alu. Oh, how does he miss that one? He can go back for the re-peek. AZ up close. He's going to go as well.
Oh my god.
That is insane.
It's actually hilarious because, as you said, like as soon as those smokes go away, suddenly having 3 AWPs trying to plant on that bomb site is like it's a little bit troublesome all of a sudden. It actually becomes really favorable. We can see that it's impossible to really get a clean plant down. And once you get the plant down, like how do you get into cover from the AWPs? Where do you go?
This is like that round was like the book Death Note, where basically towards the end, every page you turn, someone else has got the upper hand on someone else. It's like, well, now I've done this, and because of this, I have this, and it's like, well, I'm anticipating this, so I know I have that. But it's SK who have match point over FaZe, very unexpected, and the triple AWPs continue down. This is not Oceanic Counter-Strike, this is a major.
Oh man, Fox going in for the pick there, denied by the responsible smoke onto the short position. And not much Fox can do in that spot, so he'll have to give up that angle. But there's only so many angles for him to go to because everyone's gone up. So you got to be careful not to take an angle or a position where you kind of become useless because you've got another friend AWPing there. But Fox is going to re-peek, a late re-peek there. That's so quick from Fox. It is unreal. The confidence coming out here to make a peek like that. And that's Alu dead. That's such a big pick. What do FaZe do? They kind of have middle now. Flash comes in. First completely blinded. Oh, barely gets it against AZ just in time. And this is a big advantage now for SK.
And the flash did hit him after all. SK looking to win. They're looking to win the match. They've got a 2-man advantage, but the beat split coming in. I'm not sure if coldzera's seen it. Trying to get more graffiti, but not going to work out for him. He's going to get his bell rung as well. He does have support, but it could disappear. He will be the one to disappear. Karrigan slowing down the push. That retake through the shop might be difficult. 2 players there. Taco, though, is position unknown. Kishima Martin the Default Sparks coming in. He's going to get his bell rung as well. 3 versus 3.
Fur is coming in from apartments. Very important position. He's able to get the one in the chaos. Kiyoshima looking for it now. Looks like he knows about it. Nice damage on the nade. That's 40 health gone there from Kiyoshima. Karrigan and Kiyoshima, the great dynamic on this B bomb side, but Fur eliminates every single one for the quad kill. Lovely stuff. And SK, they are going to take Mirage away. What a strenuous affair that was, though. What an emotional journey it was.
That is a bananas victory. I do not understand how this has happened.
Magnificent. Well, I suppose it fits the occasion because I think this is going to be a fantastic matchup. I think I'm also with the guys there. VP, are you going to go with SK? I mean, he's got stand in. Can they really do it again? Another major finals with Fox.
Like Duncan said, at this point I think it's too late to start counting them out every match. They've proved us wrong time and time again. And I think the maps are good, so I am really looking forward to this, and I hope you are too. It is game time in the second semi-final. Train's going to be kicking us off. SK on the T side. Virtus.Pro going to start on the defense.
All right, guys, let's go. It's Virtus.Pro versus SK, and this is going to be a big one. Once again, history in the making. First, we have to see, though, who gets that good start. Already, SK are looking to put the masses around Pop Dog. Oh, wow. There's a lot of VP support out there here, James, in the arena.
Indeed, there is. Virtus.Pro waiting for SK to make their move at the moment. Minute 20, lots of time for SK to play with, again, a team who have been extremely slow in this tournament so far, and they've made it work for them. Sometimes things have gone down to the wire, sometimes things have gone wrong, but here they are in the semi-final against all the odds with Fox as their stand-in. Will this be his last match for SK? Or will it be his second last? Time will tell. A minute on the clock, Virtus.Pro being made to wait.
That's a good point you make there. Both of these teams very masterful when it comes to understanding how to play the pacing game, which is so much in the way of mind games with that one. And SK, they are so incredibly patient. Virtus.Pro not cracking at all so far, ready for anything. A very passive setup across the B bomb site, allowing themselves to give that up if they need to and play retake. But A is likely where the action is going here, as SK, they wait until the last second to go for this rush.
But look at Barley and Snax's position. They are so poor. This surely will be a surprise. Can he get the headshot there? Barley getting tagged. There he goes, taken down, and Snax as well. 23 seconds, that bomb still needs to make it to the site. Molotov's going towards Connector. That's cut off that rotation, but everyone's on the site already. He's going to make his way through the Molotov, actually. There's a chance for the bomb to go down now. Fer getting picked off. 14 seconds. It's a pistol round, and SK running it down to the wire. And now it's down to Taz. Bomb's being planted. They know where he is. He could end up facing a quadruple peak. He's somewhat trapped, 10 HP now. This is surely going the way of SK. There it is. Cold zero to finish things off. Great start from SK.
And you're going to love the way SK start this one off. They really want to just make Virtus.Pro question what they're doing. That's such a big thing on the CT defensive train. You can often just be sitting there for so long just wondering what is going on. And it's so scary to actually try to push certain positions because you don't want to give up that first easy kill to your opposition in case they are, let's say, stacked in one of those spots that you push. So you just got to wait. SK know that. They know that they're just making Virtus.Pro wait. So what else can SK do to try to manipulate Virtus.Pro on the defense? Well, Virtus.Pro will be going for the Force Splice, and Deagle's coming into play, as well as the Scout and Kevlar on Pasha.
On the subject of defense, very curious to see what SK have to offer. Last time I saw them, we saw Fox trying to play AWP from Electric Box. That was a complete disaster. I haven't seen them personally play trained since. I don't think they have. So obviously they've been training things in the background. But it could be a hairy start if they can't get their seat.
Slow rounds taking well over a minute to more or less do anything on the map. And at some point, a very fast push is going to come. And it's up to VP to judge when SK are going to throw that in. It's very hard to predict. Let's see if they're able to do it. And SK, with that man advantage, with 35 seconds on the clock, are now setting themselves up for a set piece with some smokes perhaps onto the A bomb site. Let's see how many great. Actually, there's no smokes, but the mollies and the flashes will be raining in. Here they go. Bioli's in the forward position here, but there's no one ready for him to frag too easily. There it is, though. Cold will drop in. And there's a UMP, but what can he do with that?
Snax makes his way through Connector. Headshot for him. So that's all he wrote. Bomb getting planted, no one in position to stop it, really. Pasha around the back of CT with a Scout. Perhaps he can find someone for taking the flank away from Virtus.Pro, but where are the remaining players? That's a question for SK. Virtus could get taken down there if Pasha could find him, but he can't. Leaving Taz on his own. Let me try to hold on to this Scout, do some more damage in the coming round. Seems that's going to be the play. So it's going to be a second round in the bag for SK. Slowly we move towards the buy round for both sides. For those of you in GoToB or Game Command, which is available for all the remaining matches, make sure your ad block is disabled. I think you have to pick Fallen for SK, considering what we've seen from him in the past. Who would you pick in Virtus.Pro then?
Actually, this is famously somehow always been a great map for Taz. Actually very good at playing the inner side on the CT defense. Very, very cool to watch how he does that, because typically even when Virtus.Pro was struggling, when they were having a lot of mix-up in the roles and so on, Taz was always very, very good at that position, so he's one to look out for, because you might not see super important or crazy performances on other maps, but he usually is very rock steady in that spot. It's a very difficult one to play, so always Taz a guy to watch out for, but so many amazing guys as well on Virtus.Pro on this map. It's been such a great one in their map pool for so long, and now I'm wondering, James, when are we going to see SK, speed up that pace? They're up against still pistols, and they know that.
For me, I think there's a chance that Virtus.Pro might anticipate a fast play, like a Cloud9-esque play, into the A sites on the buy rounds. Otherwise, SK might do it when things start to go wrong for them. They may just play their normal game, their slow game, with this current lineup, until they are forced to do otherwise. Again, just the anti-eco here. Virtus.Pro trying to do what damage they can, trying to pepper that T economy. So far, not so good. 3 players huddled around the connector position. Smokes off now, they force them through to get worse positions. Taz on the high ground with the Deagle. The bomb still nowhere. I mean, SK, they've made their way through B, as you can see. Pasha getting taken down, and now Taz being spotted. So we will soon be into the buy round. Right, time for the action to begin. Virtus.Pro on their buy. We'll see what's coming their way. Nobody with money for AWP and armor, but Snacks cares not for that. He is AWP, no Kevlar whatsoever. We've got Happy not far from the commentary stage with RPK, having a look at the proceedings, wondering what could have been. Up onto Fallen as well, so we're going to see the sniper rifles get things going. Time to watch Fallen and Go TV, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what picks he can get, but Snacks is quite the devil himself when he has an AWP in his hands. Let's see what positions he takes. He's moving up onto the bomb train on A at the moment. And SK are spreading themselves out, but there it is. Snacks is going to best Fallen straight away. That's a great way to start things off. EP, they lost that pistol round, of course, had to play for pistols for a bit. They have low utility, in fact, almost no utility very early into this round, and already a pick comes. That is absolutely what they needed. And SK are going to realize this in the spot where they don't want to play the picking battle. I mean, they're already down a man. They don't want to risk it. They know they have a utility advantage going into the pushes. And they also have time to maybe bait out what is left of that VP of utility currently before they decide to go for the push. And that's what they should be doing soon.
Fox has collected the orb, but rather than use it himself, he's thrown it over to Cold, who's looking for a pick towards the B bomb site. This might be related to an execution play, or maybe they just like give Cold the orb. Who knows? We'll see what they can do with it. Virtus.Pro have early advantages, but that frees Fallen to command the rest of his side. They're all on the same site. We've got 2 Virtus.Pro players deep. Pasha's got a nice angle. Taz can distraction in the meantime. Can he get the high ground now? Ooh, sprayed down through the box. There Pasha goes, but Taz is still delivering it. 2 more to find. CT rotation. Surely in. More headshots. Taz is wrecking house. 4 kills for him on the buy round for Virtus.Pro. That is a huge reaction to losing the pistol.
I'm telling you, man, Taz on the inner bomb site. He's the guy to look out for. This was so calm from Taz. Like a walk in the park. Look how easy it comes here. That is beautiful stuff. A great way for VP to fight back against SK, who had that early lead. And now SK, they didn't get a chance to really build up much money, so they're going to spend everything in this round. Even a scout actually coming onto the likes of Cold Zero, which can only mean that we'll be seeing some pick-based play from SK to begin with. See if they can get some kind of advantage, perhaps at least win the early damage battle, if nothing else. But again, you have to watch out for this guy. Snacks is very smart with that AWP. And speaking of which, actually, another smart player attacker, he's going for a bit of an aggressive position here towards inner.
Taz mixing up his angles. He spots Taco, sees the forward position. He's got Pasha in connector to have a look at the high ground as well. It's even better when you have an AWP there, but for now, Snacks is on the bomb train on A. Minute 15 on the clock, and SK still biding their time at the moment. Poking and prodding at the moment. Snacks and Neo staying close to Ivy. Virtus.Pro trying to figure out what SK have in mind. Those smokes may pull a rotation. Indeed, Pasha's much deeper into the B bomb site now, but SK don't look to capitalize on that just yet. They are, however, exhausting the grenades of Virtus.Pro. That's 18 seconds for that smoke grenade to waste some time, but that won't really be a massive problem for SK. The bomb currently outside main. Fox slowly moving towards Ivy. Again, SK going for those last-ditch efforts.
And here comes the push, just, or a little bit of information at least. Well, the Flash actually getting Fallen into position. They're set up for the push now that Fallen has made his way forwards. And VP are likely going to read this. They're quite passive on B. They have a player that's very quick to rotate in to help that A-bomb site. In Pasha, he's already by connector. And actually, Taz on the inner side is also floating towards connector. They know what's going on at the moment. And absolutely denied Snacks. And Biali coming in for an excellent defense of this A-bomb site. Fox tries to get his best work done, but it's only going to be a 2K. And they will fall short in the round. VP knew what was going on, James. SK a little bit too slow there.
Yeah, Virtus.Pro having a very good time playing the long game. They seem comfortable. Great setup there. Snax covering his teammate, delivering on every single shot. 3 lovely kills from him. So now SK on the eco. This gives them an opportunity to figure out what they need to change, if anything. And you can see Virtus.Pro will know Fallen likes to go for those picks with the AWP around main. Had no success with it so far since the pistol. Virtus.Pro now with an opportunity to make some cash. Ali's currently got $0 in the bank, so they need to survive with as many players alive as possible. SK will be looking for a plant, hopefully. Only the odd pistol bought, no grenades for them. Might be about overwhelming with the numbers and taking some money away from VP as well. They've got 30k in the bank at the moment. A close range dink, but that won't be enough. He's through the corner of the ball. Taz backing off now and again. So patient with these shots.
Really nice work here by SK. They got a frag, they got a bomb down. That's, to be honest, a pretty good result. They'll be certainly happy with that. Job is done. And the interesting thing, hang on a moment. 007. Yeah, I can see it.
We're only 6 rounds in, Dan. It's begun already. The Photoshops have begun. We'll see how they progress throughout this series. SK coming out with the AKs once again. Taco's got 6k in the bank, but he's gonna also buy an AK. I'm not sure if that's to have better utility or if SK are just changing their approach. We'll see if they choose an execute. And again, now things are going wrong. Perhaps they'll go for a fast play. Who knows?
The thing as well is that Virtus.Pro have already said to SK, look, you can play as slow as you want. We'll never overextend. We'll never give you anything. We're reading how you want the pace of the game that you want to play, and we are defeating that. So it is a matter of time for SK. They have to mix that up. They can't keep running into that. Otherwise, they risk giving Virtus.Pro quite a tidy lead. It is still early days. This is still when the big momentum can be taken by one of the two teams, and you want to be the first team, of course, to do that. So they need to make sure that they don't give that to VP. And so SK, they might actually try to run a bit of a fake here. They've got obviously the ability to run a set smokes into the A site, and of course also the ability to make it look like a B here as well. So let's see how they execute this one.
Slow game once again, trying to keep Virtus.Pro guessing. 2 smokes have been deployed towards B. Now the question is, do Virtus.Pro bring players into B? Is it a double fake? Are they going to push anyway? Cold0 and Taco is still there. And indeed, we've got a rotation now. The smokes are being deployed towards A. Smokes deployed on both sides, and nothing happening just yet. But again, Taz is so calm. He cannot be stopped at the moment. 3 players left for SK. They've got no choice but to push in. 40 seconds, force through the smoke, and they are getting wiped out 1 by 1. This is absolute carnage, Dan.
Yeah, trying to run the fake, not working at all. Virtus.Pro looks so strong at the moment. Again, that's a play where SK are trying to trick Virtus.Pro, but they just see through all these tricks of the Brazilians.
Taz's patience with the rifling is a joy to see, an absolute joy. 4 from 4 for Virtus.Pro at the moment. No tactical timeouts coming out just yet for the SK side. They've gone for a buy with pistols and Kevlar. Next round they'll be facing maximum loss bonus. That does allow them to go shopping a little bit more in a round such as this, but again, nothing working just yet. Still not willing to go for the fast plays, however. Not looking to capitalize on Bedlam and Anarchy. That said, Fur's going to make his way through, so he can run distraction, whether to push through IB, but 2 go, that's 3. The no-scope, I think, through the smoke. And again, it's about damage here for SK, about planting the bomb. None of that's happening at present. Fallen sees somebody, sees the person to kill him. 5 rounds in a row for Virtus.Pro.
Again, it's so far if we think about how SK have been playing this one, they try to play slow, they try to fake out VP after conditioning them that they would be playing slow, maybe thinking, okay, they're going to go for that fast set piece onto a bomb site, still VP are reading them. And so SK, we still haven't seen that hyper-aggressive play. We haven't seen a pick attempt except that one time Fallen tried to line up a shot and was bested by Snax. So there's still a few things for SK to go to here, but of course it's going to have to go well. This is finally we're going to see that fast pace come out of them. Very fast grenade straight in there, trying to mix things up. Already Neo's going to hit the ground. Very nice there. Pasha goes in for the response here. Forward position by E-Box, and that's going to be very problematic for SK. They're losing all players, all the life.
It's not going to work out, Dan. There goes Fur. There goes the bomb. It's Taco in the 1 versus 1. He's got the AK. He needs the headshot. Doesn't really have the life to duel with Bialy right now. Bialy 2 still looking for his third. Goes wide, straight in the jaw. Taco taken down. Again, we were looking for that. We were looking for the fast play. Nothing else working. The fast play has failed. Not something you can do every round anyway. All the slow plays are failing. Is there a way into this half for SK?
Yeah, VP are reading it very well at the moment. I mean, it's a play where you're supposed to be able to catch the opposition out of position in some sense with that super fast pace. But VP seem to be, very well, doing very well when they are in these basic positions, in these basic setups, to respond to very fast timings and to also just get information if SK are playing slow. So again, VP are known as one of the best trained teams of all time, and they're really showing it here against SK, who again have had similar dominance on the map. So
yeah,
wow.
You don't have your full team. We know this is a dangerous map to play against Virtus.Pro. And the crowd are enjoying what they're seeing at the moment. Now, when SK started pushing the A bomb site, there were already 4 people from Virtus.Pro in A. That's pretty much standard on the CT side. Again, you normally start with 1 in the B bomb site. You don't often see full buy rushes from the Ts. Considering numbers advantage, you'd think you might see it more, but you never really do in train maps from the T side, rushing into the B bomb site. Taz and Pasha very forward, maybe expecting some kind of response like that from SK, especially when they're on pistols once again. Maximum loss bonus continues for SK as they experience nothing but failure.
Yeah, this is definitely a battle of the brains between these two teams. Both very strategic and tactical teams. Both will be very familiar with one another and how they like to call strategies. So it's not as if you're playing Fnatic, a more kind of loose style of team where it's very hard to read them, because even if you study their demos, it's hard to find those patterns necessarily. It's going to be easier to get into the leader of either side, into their mind, that is. And so far, Virtus.Pro have SK's number. It's going to be interesting to see how they try to switch things up. Obviously, for now, it's just a goal of getting some damage in there as their loss bonus is starting to accrue. And the buys will start coming more quickly for them. But where is the answer? We could even start to see potentially a mix-up to double AWP and get a cold and full on the AWP there, but looks like Taco's going to be able to take off Neo's head. That's a nice start to this round. Bit of damage early on. Can they compound it into more?
Snax is a hard man to challenge. Again, every time I say, for those of you in GoTV, everybody replies and says Snax when it's a Virtus.Pro game, and he's showing us why. 25 seconds left for these final SK players. Again, a slow round, but Virtus.Pro seem to have the patience now. Question is, will SK wear it thin as this game continues? Fox doing his best to try and play the bomb. He won't be denied. There goes Fur as well. Comes in, last man standing. 10 seconds left, and now he needs to die before the time elapses. Can't stand around forever. 7 from 10 for Virtus.Pro.
Such a sturdy showing so far from them. The crowd is loving it at the moment. And there's the man himself, Mr. Snax. He's been so insane this tournament. He's had so many great games. All right, so what do we see from SK? No double ops just yet. It is something that we have seen from them previously on the T side of this map. But not just yet. Will Fallen dare challenge Snax once more on the picking battle. Looks like they are perhaps going for a fast pace. The boost does come in. And Snax is going to take down Fur. Sacrificial lamb there for Fur. Can Fallen get a frag back here? Can he avenge Fur?
Snax is nowhere. Snax is everywhere. He'll take it down. Bialy's though going to trade immediately. Advantages continue for the CT side, but SK, they're in early to this side. There goes Snax finally. Bialy goes as well. So there's an opportunity for SK to break this run of success for Virtus.Pro. Now Taz alone. That's going to allow the bomb to go down. Surely they know he's so far back. He's going to rotate towards the connector area, it seems. No, they're taking it slow, SK. Taz, what read do you have? They are rotating all the way out. They knew where he was. They could have planted the bomb, but they chose a different plan. Taz now, will you read the rotation? He's heavily tagged, 22 HP. He may even hear those beeps. And now he has all the information. How do SK set up post-plant? How do they set up together? Do they go for a trade situation? You see Fox, he's up high. He's got a lovely angle. Again, Taz, he's in the red. There's surely no way he can do this. Not going to work out for him. And you can see, look at his face. He's in such a bad situation, and he's still frustrated at dying there. He's in the right mind. He's focused there.
Yeah, Taz is very focused. I mean, one of the reasons why VP do so well at the majors, and maybe they don't do so well in the online leagues and so on, is that they have so much stage experience. This means more to them, a stage like this, than anything else. It brings out the best performances in some of the most experienced players that we have in Counter-Strike Go. So it's not too surprising, James. And we got the double ops out on Snacks and Pasha here, so that's a nice mix-up. What do SK have to respond here? They still aren't going for the double up themselves, and ooh, we might have a bit of aggression here. Snacks, what does he feel? Oh, Fallen's ready for that one. And Neo is going to be careful. He's in a forward position here. Smoke and Flash to try to get himself back out into safety, but he's going to go for the frag. Catches a great kill there with the nade to help him out as well. And now he goes for the AWP. This is dangerous here for SK. They're going to make sure they don't lose another one, and there he go. There he goes. Fox, he will be safe for now as Neo repositions, but a 1-for-1 almost feels like it favors VP at this point.
Well, first being picked off from Bali. Enjoying the aggression. SK had two players around the pop dog, but now someone has to go and retrieve the bomb since they've lost another player. 1 minute on the clock. May feel like a world of time for SK, but when you've only got 3, make it 2 players left. Life is very difficult indeed. Pasha going to have a look at Fox. So smoke down towards Ivy, but really the options are very limited for SK at the moment. Cold Zero going to join him. On a map such as Train, it's going to be really hard for him to win in a 2 versus 4 situation.
Roger.
40 seconds is a decent amount of time here. Obviously, they are quite committed to that A-bomb side, but if they can find a quick kill and opening, Fox can make that entry frag. It could be possible. And there's a missed shot. Cold capitalizes, takes down Neo, but Pasha creeps in the smoke. Oh, like ships in the night. And that's going to be Cold taking up Pasha as well. 2 versus 2, but 20 seconds to go. Oh dear. We get another frag coming out from Biardi. Now things get really bad. And Fox, I don't know if he even has time to get to that bomb site. He's cut off. Taz is in position to perhaps deny him here. He might be able to get a side plant here. Very, very tight. Just in the nick of time here. Still possible here for Fox, but perhaps not. Taz in position, in time. Shuts it down. And Virtus.Pro, 8 rounds now to the 4 of SK Gaming.
I cannot express how bad a situation that is for the remainder of this half. A few rounds left. I'm not sure if 4 is enough for SK. It's VP with the tactical timeout at the moment. They are super chill, but Cuban giving information to his team. And again, I haven't seen SK since they had Fox in what was ultimately the wrong position. And I really wonder what they have to offer on their CT side. I'm sure it will be improved, but by how much? Look how dangerous VP are looking at the moment. It's going to have to be the CT side of their lives.
Definitely feels like they have been adjusting as the tournament has gone on. Initially we see Fox open quite a lot, but then
how do you adjust to the plow, Dan?
To pick it back up.
How do you adjust to the plow? More support from Virtus.Pro at home. Shout outs to you and all your junk food. 3 rounds remain. SK in a bad spot. Lost bonus has disappeared, disintegrated. And the taste of defeat is back once again. Now we've got the standard start from Virtus.Pro. 4 in A, Taz in B. Pasha soon to join him, however. Again, Virtus.Pro know that SK are limited to pistols. They will look for a potential fast play, but SK very shy as far as fast plays go.
And the positioning here from Virtus.Pro as well is great because they don't really mind giving up a plant at this point. They're ready just to say, you know what, you can have the plant. We're just going to lose any single players. They've got such passive positions, they just want to make sure they don't give up the train yard. That's one of the worst things that can happen in a fast rush, is the T's take you down in the very close positions, then they can continue the push as the bomb goes down. They can control your rotation point, which is the choke of connector and a CT spawn, and then you have problems. Then you have a situation where you can be flanked as the CT is coming into that retake. So that's what Virtus.Pro are making sure does not happen. They're playing very passively, but it's like we have actually got... Well, they're going back to CT spawn, Jay, so it's like we have a restarted round here.
Something terrible has happened, Dan.
What is that, James, do you think?
I don't know.
Is it a keyboard that has exploded?
Hopefully not. Let's not start keyboards again today.
No more keyboard talk?
There's a lot of keyboard talk yesterday.
There was indeed.
So, obviously there's some kind of technical timeout, as you can see from the lovely overlays produced by the people at Eleague.
Yep, and we do have some headsets off as well, so we'll have to be careful of what we say, James.
Yeah, the way. Okay, let's not. I don't want to like impact the mood of the players either. So,
what should we talk about? Sharks
have
again.
a look at the fans and see how people are doing. A lot of North American fans here. Thank you all for coming to the Eleague Major. here in Atlanta. What do we do with this? It seems that the taco has fallen.
I don't know how to.
That is so poverty.
This.
That is so poverty. I mean, seriously.
Someone got paid for that, James.
Dan's jokes are better than that.
Oh my.
I mean,
that's just.
That's copy paste save. File save.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Some things are just a lost cause, James.
We need some communication as to what is happening on the stage at the moment. Bit of info. For those of you who are just joining us, SK are not having the best of times at the moment. Headsets are off, so we are limited in what we can discuss, Dan. Okay. There is an audio issue for Fur that's being resolved at the moment. So again, SK, they started with the pistol. They got those normal consecutive rounds, and then from the buy round, it's all Virtus.Pro, it's all pierogi and Polish cheesecake. SK with just the one round recently, but instantly traded by Virtus.Pro. No money for SK, little hope of clawing back rounds in this half.
Do you have a favourite match so far in this entire major, James? Is there a favourite match for you that you've watched or casted or whatever?
I think SK's struggle on Mirage, their initial struggle, was really amazing to watch. Public viewing is always awesome. Lots of beer. You found a beer, Dan?
Sometimes.
That's good stuff.
So
viewing parties are awesome. There are loads of viewing parties during the Eleague seasons as well, which are pretty cool. Had loads of pictures from there. All right, so you see some discussion there. When the phones are out, normally someone's logging back into Steam. Mobile authenticator is always good. So there are, I mean, it's 8-4, right? The gap is not that big, but it feels humongous at the moment.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just the way that VP have been making their calls. The shot calling is really good. And it's interesting, too, because when you're playing the CT side of train, you feel like there's not much you can do with the positions because you can't get it very aggressive. It's kind of like Cobblestone in that way. You know, a lot of teams don't necessarily like Cobblestone because when you're on the CT side, you feel kind of powerless. However, Virtus.Pro have been showing quite a lot of power on the CT side and through the calling because they understand what their opponent's doing. And it's that in that knowledge that they've been able to show such a dominating first half so far, I would say. Because if you consider how things started off, they didn't win the pistol round. Yet it's just been consecutive rounds. So SK have only won one of the buy rounds versus buy rounds so far. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think one of the things we're used to seeing on train from SK is Fallen straight up abusing people with the AWP, hopping around on all the ladders and so on. But Virtus.Pro are not giving his side an SK who are defaulting to slow plays at the moment. But then when it doesn't work, they go for the fast play. Doesn't happen either. They can't, it's very hard to topple Virtus.Pro on this T side from the Brazilian side.
Yeah, and VP are playing in a way as well where they're going quite safe in some of the positioning that they're taking. Whenever we see Taz have these big defenses, obviously he's able to play a position where he's often playing for delay. He wants to do damage, but he also doesn't want to give up the site super fast. Those are the kind of the mix of objectives that he has. He's trying to achieve both at once. He's been very successful in doing that. And in doing so, in not playing too aggressively, not trying to give away risks early on, they've been able to do very well in that sense because some teams, instead of playing a passive opening like we're seeing VP do and just seeing how that works, seeing how your opponent wants to play against you, and then feeling out where the holes might be in their gameplay, some teams like to try to exert their gameplay straight away and kind of tell you what they're doing, kind of exert their force onto you. But that then becomes a little bit easier for you to read. So it's a very good, very steady approach, and it lends itself to, of course, the tournament experience that VP has.
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup, especially because SK have denied Virtus.Pro the finals more than once in recent majors. So there's a lot for Virtus.Pro to achieve. And it's so nice to see the temperament they're bringing to this match, all things considered. That might, be shaky ground for some people. Virtus.Pro looking very comfortable. The question is, if SK can put Virtus.Pro in a uncomfortable situation, how will they deal with that? That is the question.
And the crazy thing too is that when they've gone into the outside site, Sax is like, yep, I'm here, by the way, and you're not going to get in alive. He's been doing very, very well just denying that. So they're just kind of being from all sides at the moment. Is pretty impressive. Of course, the thing about this, right, we saw this from previous SK games. SK are much like VP, even though they have a stand-in. They're much like VP in that they're very experienced at this point. They've got very strong leadership, and their ability to come back at any point they're very good at that. The pressure does not break them.
Good news, everyone. The game is live once again! Make some noise for SK's incoming eco round. Yeah, let's go. $2,000 on most of these Brazilian and one Portuguese player. Virtus.Pro armed to the teeth. Every man is a one-man army for this particular round. VP will look to abuse the range. Taz with a precautionary pop flash towards B. You see Cold getting caught by that. The SK man then heading towards B bomb site. 3 flashes and a bunch of pistols. Armor here and there. They need the bomb plant here because their money sucks.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Get that bomb plant down, and they have a couple flashes as well, so they might be able to buy just enough time to do that. Ooh, the grenade! Oh, poor Fur. 22 health, that sucks. Poor Fur. Got to feel bad for that one, but maybe their chances to get the bomb down are still alive. They have made the dive for this get that C4 planted, and again, you can see VP, they can all run their own economy generally here. They're
to such a strong CT side. Again, yes, SK have 4 rounds, but 3 of them are pistol and post-pistol. Only 1 round once the buys have started to come in. So, if you look at it that way, it's a 9-1. That's, in terms of dominance, it's 9-1.
And that 1 round was a crazy rush into the A bomb site, just trying to capitalize upon the chaos and the smokes and the variance, and it did work out for them, as it often can. And they do have the individual skill, of course, to do rounds like that. So looks like we're going to see potentially a 3-pronged split here onto that A-bomb site. They're trying to guard over the alley area, but he won't be able to stop them. He has to just back away, try to slow him down there. Gets the info, some counter grenades coming in as well. And SK, they creep closer.
Sees trajectory, but can't do anything with it. SK, they're forcing the CTs out of position now without losing any players. This is what they've wanted for ages. Minute 10 on the clock, but here we go. They start to fall. Taco picked off, taking it straight in the face. But Virtus.Pro, they're still out of position. They still don't have vision of Ivy. That's allowing SK to encroach this site. Fox in a very nice position. Virtus.Pro has many angles. Almost a double peek coming in. Now Fox has been spotted, but what else lies towards Ivy? Virtus.Pro have no idea.
First trying to get in there, trying to get an opening, but look at Virtus.Pro. They've fallen back. They're holding the line. Excellently done by Virtus.Pro. Leaving just Fallen and Cold here. Going to take something pretty magnificent to pull this one back, and around the smoke. Pasha will be able to flank Coldzera, and that will be done and dusted there in that one. Giving Virtus.Pro 10 to SK Gaming's 4. Again, the team play. This is one of the things about Train, right? The outside bomb site can get really crazy because the enemy team can surround you. Virtus.Pro managed to kind of slowly just contract their defense, know where all their teammates are, and if somebody goes down, they know exactly where the hole is, and then they make up for that hole and they pull further back. Very coordinated, very good situational awareness from the VP team.
It's insane. SK managed to get that map control, and yet Virtus.Pro only lost 1 player towards the end of the round, no less. Grenades being deployed, and now I wonder, is this going to be like a desperation plant on the site itself? It seems the push is coming in, all the CTs behind the smokes, and yeah, I think we're going to like default smoke, execute plants. That bomb needs to go down fast, it will be. In the meantime, Fox taken down, Firm flashing through the smoke, Pack on the high ground. May spotted it for his team, has been get taken down regardless. Already holding angles now, but the flames force Fur away.
Here we go, 4 versus 3. They've actually managed to do something here. Evened up, though, on the bomb site. Chaos all over the place. The Tech 9 reigning supreme, seemingly there for Cold as he looks for the next one. Uses the ladder, but Stacks is just too good at the moment. Fallen in the first, all that remains against the 2 players from Virtus.Pro looking to go for the clutch here. That bomb slowly going faster and faster. Bialy, wild spray, misses. And there's the smoke defuse coming in, but Fallen with the Tech 9s able to save the day. SK scrape another round onto the board. That's 5 for them, 10 for Virtus.Pro. The Hail Mary there worked out for SK Gaming, but VP, he looks so good at the moment. It's insane.
5 rounds, including the pistol. I know SK are going to be very relieved that T side has ended for them, because there was no way in. For them to resort to just default executes in the last round tells me that everything else isn't working for the SK side. Fox the man getting the kills for his team at the moment, but is it enough? Again, there are so many questions with Fox on the CT side from what we recently saw when they last played Train, playing Electric Box, looking completely out of position with an AWP. We can't see that from SK, otherwise they're going to get wrecked in this half.
And one thing, again, famously about SK Gaming on Train is that their Train games are often decided by Fallen and what he does with the AWP on the CT side. And that's what we're going to see in the second half. SK Gaming on that CT side, so there is still the ability to salvage this one here for SK Gaming. Obviously, their chances to do that will increase if they're able to take the piss around. And it's like we're going to see a lot of utility here from VP. A lot. Like we can have 3 smoke grenades, 4 flashbangs, and Molotov. This is crazy. You don't often see this much on the T side here.
That is like, I don't know, almost wonder if there was a cat on the keyboards with so much utility bought. But it's Virtus.Pro who do this. 3 men with grenades on pistols. They keep experimenting with this. Mixed results, but small sample size. SK with 3 players around Ivy, again looking to use the range. Trying to cut the A bomb site diagonally in half. See Fallen, Cold and Fox. But the bomb is not in that direction. Taco holding an angle on upper B. See them slowly moving into position. Playing SK at their own game with a slow pistol down.
Yeah, but it is soon time to go in. Time is ticking away. And SK Gaming, they really need a couple good shots just to get rid of 1 or 2 players before the bomb is put down. Taco's in a good position to at least catch Neo. Oh, instantly dinked there. That is so annoying. He's not going to feel confident to take peeks now. He has to just rely on his teammates. He's going to fall back in a line there, try to keep a perimeter and just stop them from locking down that choke point. And it's Burnout moving over the top. He's going to be able to try to cover this position. Very important. Why is no one dead, James? How is nobody dead in this position just yet? Still Taz with wildfire from the Glock, but nothing.
This is difficult for Virtus.Pro to hold. They've got a Molotov, but they don't have enough time. They need to hold off the CTs, but Snack's coming in with 2 kills. Has he done enough? There's Neo with the Molotov to slow deployment. Fox has got a defuse kit. He's got to hold it, but surely he can't hold it. Oh, the smoke is there. It's perfect. The round goes to SK. That smoke was absolutely crucial. Fallen started the round with a smoke and a defuse kit. I can only assume that one of the CTs picked it up. The Molotov was deployed. I was like, Fox, he's not standing, he's not moving away. He's surely going to burn, but no, the smoke is there. It's all good in SK's hood. They get to 6 rounds.
My God, Snacks. This guy is pretty impressive. I was actually quite surprised as well. Taz was in such a key position to get a lot of work done. He could have won the round for the team, but the Glock is not so reliable. Sometimes you just don't get those headshots. And this has given SK a way back into this one. We'll see 4 UMPs. Which is very crucial that you pick up the UMPs. I think a lot of people think it's a fairly overpowered gun because it's so cost effective and it can really work well when a team gets that bomb down and you know you'll be up against AKs very soon.
1 minute 30 on the clock. Virtus.Pro taking some pot shots. Again, with the bomb planted, they will be buying AKs in the following round, so no fourth buy in this round. Going to use the time to, it seems, just allow Snacks to try and rip people's faces off. Again, this is about doing as much economic impact as possible. They're playing the long game here versus Pro, trying to get SK on eco rounds sooner rather than later once those AKs have been wielded. The more players they pick off in this round, the more SK have to go for a full buy. SK could choose to continue with these UMPs if they have a perfect round here. And that means money, but if Virtus.Pro can do some damage,
that's the thing. I mean, they need to keep the UMPs alive here. They can let the bomb go down, to be honest. Only difference it makes is more grenades with Virtus.Pro next round. They lose the UMPs, they lose a lot of security. These AKs are coming next round. They have to be safe hit. Oh my God, how on earth did Bialdi connect that one? Taco goes down. Fur is going to try to stop the plant. He's a little bit too late, but everybody will fall. But only 1 person dead on SK. I think that's okay. I think both teams are going to be happy with that one. Not ideal for SK.
Well, now there's a question, do SK hold on to these UMPs? Or based on how difficult the first half was, do they upgrade immediately? Both have risk. If you upgrade, you got no money. If you don't upgrade, you may lose a round. But then what happens after that? And they are indeed going for, well, some upgrade. Fallen's picked up the AWP. He wants to get on that straight away. Snacks is AWP, no armor, Kevlar, rather. But not much in the name of grenades. So here it is, the first test for SK to see if they can make this a more competitive map. See how it works out for them.
And ultimately as well, Fallen is a big test for him because he has the most impact with the AWP. He plays a role where he can be dynamic and catch 4 or 5 different positions from outside of alley. He has a dedicated alley player, typically Cold, and then he can be can be in a supported position as we see him going to now on the train next to alley. He can look towards Pop Dog, he can look towards Team Main, he can support Ali if there's a push there. He relies on his teammates, but ultimately he's got to hit those shots
gimmicks
and prevent himself from being picked at the same time.
Ooh, Pasha could be spotted. Oh dear.
Surely not.
Is he going to see when that smoke dissipates? If Cole jumps down, Pasha knows he's there. If he doesn't jump down, there we go. Is he going to push? Surely. No. The flash slows him down. He knows he's just disappeared. They're going to capitalize on that. That's why you can't make sounds in this game. People will punish you. Cold in no man's land. Grenade in his hand. Taken down. And Fallen surely can't respond. He's in the flames. Going for a pot shot. Can't see anything. And again, Pasha's still in position to capitalize. Barley's taken down elsewhere though.
And yeah, again, this is where Fallen really has to pick up the pieces. They've lost their alley defender. Now SK Gaming have to have that situational awareness. Okay, how do we need to all change our positions now to make sure that we don't have any holes in our defense, that we can't get flanked, that there's no blind spots, and that's what Virtus.Pro are going to try to abuse here. Pasha's going to start pressuring in on alley, starting to contract the forces of defense to contract a little bit more with that aggression. And VP start to slowly constrict that A-bomb site. SK Gaming have some good positions. Still not sold that it's going to be an A-site push, but they have quick rotation through from connector if they need to.
Ooh, spots an elbow, and there are 18 seconds left. That might cause a rotation. Missing a fast shot. Pasha, that's a very important kill. There goes Taco as well. The numbers running down for the CT side. And again, they spent money. They cannot afford this. Does he feel like he has any options? Maybe he'll try to rescue the AWP. There's money for another buy, potentially for SK, but it won't be great by any means. You can see Fur's got nothing in the bank. He needs to stay alive, and he may try to rescue a weapon. Moving forward, but doesn't have a defuse kit. So if he's going for some shenanigans, ooh, he's just picked one up. But surely he's not going to try and defuse the bomb in this situation. Looking for the AWP. Oh, okay. Got some shinobi business going on. Oh. He knows if he drops his gun, it makes enough sounds to be punished. Virtus.Pro playing close. The AWP is not taken into the next round.
Yeah, really big deal. Again, Fallen's, you can see that he's the linchpin here. He's so much the linchpin. As soon as he dies, the setup sort of collapses inwards, and he's just unable to hit that first shot. And I know that previously we saw on the desk that Fallen changed one of his predictions to having a phase win, just because he felt like, you know what, Fallen in this edition of SK Gaming hasn't seemed quite as hot as we have known him to be in the past. Obviously, trying to run these new setups with Fox, and now Snacks is an AWP here on the T side. This could go badly for SK Gaming. They have very little to work with in this round, almost no utility. That's so incredibly tough on train.
Yeah, and that might cause them to push. At the moment, Taco's on his own. Cold is on his own towards Ivy. Two of the more common places to go for a push, but also Main is one of them. Snacks picked off. We can see this with Virtus.Pro. Bomb left outside Main at present. Pasha very keen to harass the IV position. SK playing very close to the A-bomb site at the moment, but again, both teams have been playing it slow. Minute 10 on the clock. Virtus.Pro may be posturing for a while.
Very slow indeed. Just trying to chill things out a little bit, make SK Gaming sweat. It's a great position for SK though, because they know they have that one frag lead. They don't want to push their luck in any sense. It's already very difficult without any utility to make an aggressive place safe. So they just have to sit, stay put for now, and wait to see what VP's move is going to be. Couple smokes, couple Molotovs. Taz looking for a way in here. Neo's lost though. So this, you can see Taz going to back away a little bit, see if he can't still make a play onto this bomb site. And if he can, there's still the option here for VP to go down Pop Dog and try to attack A, catch some players out of position. But they don't really have men. They're so stretched at the moment.
This doesn't look good. In the meantime, Pasha's made his way into the A-bomb site where the bomb is, but there goes the bomb. 20 seconds. It's about damage now for Pasha. He needs to pick off as many of these CTs as he can. Now he's got a chance to plant the bomb. 12 seconds left. He needs to pick it up though. All these grenades, and he may not realize what opportunity he has. He'll hold on to what he has. Oh, AWP, nice upgrade. But SK, there's an opportunity for him to get right back into this. 3 rounds between these two sides now. This may not be over.
Absolutely. Again, you can never count SK out, and Fallen, even when he doesn't have an AWP, you think it kind of looks like he does. That Deagle there sniping away on a pixel angle, and SK Gaming back in this one now. And once they start to get some comfort on their economy, once they start to get some comfort that they can always have AWPs, even if they lose a player or here or there, that might give them the confidence and the ability to start taking some more risks further into this one. And once they can start doing that, it kind of feels better. Generally, when speaking, even on a map like this, where it's very hard to take risks and you have to have utility to make it safe, it feels good that you have that ability, not just and are not just forced to sit there and wait for them to make the move. So, hoping to see that from SK. But VP certainly have been reading SK quite well.
That is quite a spectacular force buy we have from the Polish side.
Oh, nice. This could actually be very strong. If you can get Pasha into that open yard on the towards the A-bomb site, and the Tech9s can start closing the positions down towards that site, this could actually get very bad for SK. They've got to be very careful in a round like this.
There's only one Tech9, but P250 has reasonable moving accuracy when you're strafing, but it needs to get close enough, and that's a very big task, especially when you're so ill-equipped. Oh, coldzera has no idea what's going on in a long area. That is an early pick that SK cannot afford, and Virtus.Pro will capitalize on. Moving straight down. Pasha, no fear. Taz getting taken down by Fur elsewhere, but Pasha's the big player here with the AWP. We've seen one AWP force buys from Virtus.Pro before with Pasha. We've seen it on Canal. He makes it work time and time again. There's Fallen. How is this happening, guys?
That is some sick stuff from Pasha. This guy is really opening things up here for VP. They have the ability to even go through CT if they want to. There's a clean path there. Pasha perhaps spotting a player deep in a deep position towards team main.
He's going to boost him. He's going to boost him.
That is gorgeous stuff.
But the CT has gone. But there's a decision to make there. Do you continue carrying the bomb to CT, or do you go back to boost Pasha? And the bomb's going to do that. Fox might have an angle.
They have a lot of time to work with, so they don't have to rush it at any rate. And SK, they're so spread out. At the moment, SK have to take risks in their positioning. And right now, VP have way better positioning. Look at this. Here comes the push. Easy stuff for Snacks. A 3-1 for him. And now that's leaving Fox and Fur in a very awkward position. How do you regain control of the bomb site if that choke point, the connector area, is just completely locked down as it is right now? And Neo is wandering around in the open site, so it's very possible Neo's going to spot them anyway.
This is a complete disaster for SK. Unbelievable stuff. See if Fox can survive for the time being. In the meantime, Fur seems to be going for it, pulling rotation now, and now the retake potentially on because they won't know where Fox is coming from. You see Neo just creeping, and he's only got a pistol. Fur running more distraction, and now Fox, he knows where one is. Oh, but look at Pasha's angle. Look, he's got the perfect angle, but now he's fired and gone. What's going to happen? There goes Fur. Instant trade for the Virtus.Pro side, and they have indeed robbed SK of a round that should have been theirs all day long.
That is such a crazy round. First of all, you have Pasha basically trying to perform heart surgery in the way that he's very meticulously cutting holes into the defense here of SK to allow his team to thread through the blind spots. And then that's that 4-2 situation. Kind of crazy. Can't count either of these teams out at any point, no matter what is going on in this one.
Look at these buys.
I know, it's great, isn't it?
It's disgraceful on both sides.
It's not disgraceful, it's glorious. I love it.
The Mac 10 onto Pasha. He is expecting a lack of helmets at the very least, and he may be correct. Fox and Fallen, no helmets for them. But the others don't really have much to offer in terms of offense anyway. So he won't even care about the helmets. There he is, looking towards them. He wants to get a bit closer to that corner. Spots coldzera. Got the brazenness to pull out a grenade on his own as well. Taco thwarting the timing of a potential push from Virtus.Pro. Oh dear. Where is your health, Mr. Fox?
Oh man, that sucks. Fortunately for him, he's been playing those close ranges, the kind of one-shot type of game anyway, so it's not going to be too painful in the end. Although VP right now, they're repositioning for they play with a set piece with smokes perhaps into the A-bomb site, or with the smoke that they have, throw some nades in. They are positioned around the dumpster here, so they can at least get one smoke into position. Although that's not actually starting to shuffle towards the alley spot at the moment. But Pasha is, and Pasha can lead the way. He can jump around the corners with that Mac 10 very effectively. Fallen going to be challenged soon as well. The setup here is not awful for SK Gaming if they're able to hit those first shots, get those first kills, and this is a great position to do it from Cole, lurking at bars. How much can Cole do? There's two. He picks up a gun as well. A third player arises, but Stacks, although he trades it, massive problems here for Virtus.Pro anyway.
25 seconds, no time to rotate towards B, especially with Taco coming in from CT spawn. Neo picked off as well. Two players are combining. They need to trade frag at the very least, but look at the CTs, they're all over the place. There goes Taz. Snacks soon to follow. SK maybe get back some respect in this game after losing such a horrible round previously. Virtus.Pro, 12 rounds, not too far away again. SK not too far away from Virtus.Pro.
What were you saying about the buy, James? You said it was disgraceful, but they made it work. They made it work.
Virtus.Pro with a tactical timeout now. Again, it feels like the match has been all Virtus.Pro, but it's 12-9. This map is entirely losable for the Poles.
Oh, of course. Again, SK, they're always stronger on that CT side. And one thing as well is we haven't really seen Fallen hit his stride just yet with the AWP. which again is something that I think everybody who's a fan of SK Gaming and of top-tier Counter-Strike, that's what we have seen over so many tournaments, is him just destroying everyone with that AWP on the A site. So something still to look forward to. He does have that gun in his hands at the moment, and depending on what Virtus.Pro decide, he could have a lot of action here because they are going to be playing this round fairly quickly. It's going to be about the numbers game. They don't have anything to play with apart from some pistols and grenades.
Yeah, this is a round about damage and perhaps a bomb plant for the Virtus.Pro side. Will it be slow again? Neo charging towards the B-bomb site on his own with the bomb. Not doing anything crazy with his Glock. Not the most powerful weapon in Counter-Strike by any means. 4-1 set up from SK, standard stuff. Again, on Virtus.Pro's CT side, we often saw Pasha quickly rotate from connector to have a look at B just in case. Though is holding an angle towards main. Now he starts to come in to be at the 1:20 mark, but VP are moving away. They've got some grenades. They can set up their wall of smokes and go for a plant, and then try to do damage at close quarters afterwards. SK will probably move back behind these smokes and then go for the retake. There we go, deployed. Nice flash, good Molotov as well. That will slow down Virtus.Pro. They don't have the armor to deal with such a molly. Ooh, Fur, there are risks involved, but being faithful with his first fire. There's the bomb. And Pasha should get wiped out. The bait's there, and it's a nice round from SK. They make double figures, and they don't lose a single player.
Really closing the gap at the moment. And VP, their money still is pretty poor, so we'll have to see what they decide to do in this round. SK, they're really hitting some pace, hitting some momentum. You can see here Cole in a great position with the UMP to make some serious money with the SMG kill bonus. What do we have from VP here? So a lot of smokes, so 3 smokes. So again, likely going to see the set smokes onto the A bomb site with 3. I think with the B bomb site you can do just 2. See how they decide to go for this. Oh, Taco, he's going aggressive. He's hungry for money. He wants the money.
So a good start and a bad finish for Taco. 1-1, not good enough. That UMP can make yet more money. And when Virtus.Pro still have all the grenades to go for that same execute into the A site, get the bomb down as the CTs will probably allow them to, not that they did last round. The UMP post-plant may cause some problems for SK. There are a lot more rounds to fight for. They don't want it to be expensive. The charge into B, however, with the bomb as well. That is a snail of VP players. Bomb should go down. Counter flash comes in though. Fur putting in work, but again it's 1-for-1. That favours the T's.
Can't quite get hold of the bomb at the moment. Oh, is he going to get across? No! Looks like it will be prevented, that plant. However, VP did get a couple kills there, and they will be buying. I mean, the plant is not really going to impact this buy at all, so that's actually awesome for VP there. Oh, what on earth is that?
I'm not going to think about what we're looking at on the screen right now then. One can only imagine.
It's a terrible pun, James. That's what we're dealing with. I think they should leave the terrible puns to us.
That is, what you mean us?
Well,
it's you.
Your puns are terrible as well.
My puns are spectacular. One round between these two sides. Full buy here again. Can SK even up the score? It was looking like we might not get a competitive train, but maybe. Snacks though off to a great start. Early weakness on the B bomb site. Fur is there. What will Virtus.Pro do? Maybe they'll smell weakness. Maybe they'll expect a push from the SK team. They've got tons of time to keep SK guessing.
And I think we're seeing the more standard approach from SK here, where it's kind of like we can give up the B-bomb site to play retake. We want to shore up the defense on A. A is much harder to retake. That basic mindset going into this one here. And again, partly due to the fact that it is very hard to push. So SK Gaming are trying to play the safer approach here with no aggression. Fur in a position, a crazy position there. Almost gets the kill onto Neo. Trying to do more damage here. He's going to get it as well. So almost 2 kills from Fur. That's decent damage, but the positioning here, especially with the AWP from Snacks, is a huge problem to deal with as SK shuffle in for the retake.
Not sure if this is a save already. There goes Fallen Cold in. Point of no return now. Taz will take him down. Didn't start well. Ended brutally for the SK team, and Virtus.Pro continue to push towards 16 rounds. There's money for SK to rebuy. No pause, no timeout coming in from the CT side. They took a gamble, but VP were ready for it. AWP once again onto Fallen. Tackle on a UMP. Loads of grenades though for the CT team. But again, they are currently at the mercy of Virtus.Pro, who are looking very dangerous early on in this series.
All right, so VP, again, a team that loves to mix up the pace. It's going to be slow, it's going to be fast, always going to be keeping their opponents guessing in that sense. Already a couple forward smokes there, as you can see on the A side, making things a little bit harder. And in fact, it is affecting the positioning of SK Gaming. They're sort of expecting maybe a forward play. And that's how they've adjusted right now. And so there's a window of opportunity here where VP can capitalize on this positioning. Oh, the flick!
Man.
That's absolutely phenomenal there from Fallen. So fast to that one. And that is a much needed early round advantage in a spot where SK, they can't afford to lose this round.
You talk about dust 2 gaps. He swiped in the smallest of crevices. That is insane. But it's not enough for SK. They need round wins. They need to catch up to Virtus.Pro, who have led almost the entire match. Got to focus on the B-bomb site for the poles at the moment. Taco's there to support his teammate Fur. 50 seconds for Virtus.Pro. SK will try to ruin the timing. Oh, Neo's pushing on his own. Is that going to work out for them? Taco doesn't have the range with this UMP. And now Fur's isolated down. He goes. Taco forced to push, but it's player on the high ground. Flashes, nades coming in from both sides. Taz down the ladder, can't get a kill. Taco doing huge work. Got his team a man advantage, buying time, force to the grenade, but the CTs are in position. There goes Neo, leaving Snacks alone. He's got the bomb, he's escaping. There's 25 seconds left, but Fallen is very close to connect, so he can easily switch this up. He's rotating. Can he get in position in time? There goes Snacks, creeping out, but Fallen lands the shot. The gap close to 1 once again.
What an important round. What an important pick from Fallen right here. Oh my god, that was so sick. And SK, if they had lost that round,
look at the tension.
would have an easy 15. They would be on map point there, so, or game point rather. So it's pretty sick that SK are able to take that one. You can indeed see the tension on the face of VP. They know that there are problems at hand right now, that SK are not falling down easily against them.
This is their last timeout as well. This is Virtus.Pro's last timeout that we have at the moment. And you can see Taz, look at the expression on his face. He feels like they should have won this map by now. And this is a question. They were running a train on SK and everything was fine, everybody was calm. But when they start to have difficulties, when things get tight, are they going to hold their mettle? Are they going to keep their heads in the game?
The thing is that there's no money really here for VP. There is some money, but it's not going to be optimal to get a buyout here. And looks like they've made some very tough decisions in this pause, and we're about to get back live into it. So let's see how this goes. So then they've got Tech9, UMP, AKs, a bunch of grenades. They're indeed still up against the AWP of Fallen. This is a very, very scary round for VP.
This is tough, gritty Counter-Strike being done by these players. Snacks moving quickly in. Fur, no fear. Blind pushing through the smoke. Got to get himself 1 kill, 2. That is gross. 3 plays left for Virtus.Pro. Again, they went for the force buy in this run. They've got no money, but here come the frags for the Polish side. Man advantage retained for SK. But there's so much time on the clock for Virtus.Pro to play with. SK cannot make a mistake. They cannot get outmaneuvered. 1 kill goes the wrong way, and this could spin around. But SK, they've got 2 bomb sites to defend. There's over a minute on the clock, and you can see they're all spread out. So are Virtus.Pro.
The classic thing as well about this map that makes it a bit more difficult for VP in this situation is that SK, they can play rotation so much more easily.
Look how much he has to cover. This is so tight. If Fallen looks the wrong way, Bialy with that UMP, he could pull rotation. There's so many things that can happen in the next 45 seconds for both teams. Fallen going back. Oh, I think we may have seen a player. The smoke goes down. It's quite deep. Fallen is not going to overextend though. It's going to leave him there. That's half the information for SK. Can they find the rest?
30 seconds. The time is starting to play a large part in this one. Putting the pressure on VP. If there wasn't enough pressure on them already, finding Cold, taking him down out the balcony. Important play, setting up the plant now as SK Gaming are forced to respond, but they can take their time. It's a fresh plant. Fallen, though, he's found a position to work off of. There goes Fallen around the corner. What was that? Fallen finds a headshot out of nowhere, and still Taco's left alive, and they seem to know where Pasha is at this point. And there it is. Taco finds him. Pasha goes for the peek. And that is going to be the defuse here. What an incredibly tense situation.
Seacole's dad's well into this. Great to see him at Columbus, and he's here again. Lots of family for SK in the crowds. They've tied up the score. Finally, they are on level. They are on A level with Virtus.Pro. But what's not level at the moment is the money. Virtus.Pro, they took a gamble. It didn't pay off. You can see the cash. Now the choices have been taken away. they're almost going to have to give up the lead to SK at this point and then fight from behind. Nothing purchased just yet. I'm sure we'll see some pistols at the very least. Maybe discussing an approach, what their objectives are in this round, and surely it has to be getting a bomb plant. See the late buy coming in. Loads of P250s, 2 smokes. They normally use 3 to execute onto the A sites for those desperation plants. Snacks lining up a pop flash for anybody who wants to face B ramp. Very important as well if you have aggressive players who like to hold angles. Good to know this pop flash.
Taco could be in trouble here. He's actually playing a really close position. If they find that timing where Taco has still got a nade out, he could just get rushed down here. When is he going to throw the Molotov? When are VP going to go for the push in this position? If he goes down, that's a gun and a very fast plant. That is a lot of damage. Oh no, he tossed the Molotov. What can he do under pressure? That's still 2 on the spray down. That's not too shabby there for Taco, all things considered, but the bomb will go down.
The door was open, Virtus.Pro charged in. The bomb's down. Objective achieved, and now it's about damage. 4 players, all full health for SK. Snacks has got himself an M4. Can he make the right decision though? They're swarming. He'll get taken down. Now Pasha on the flank may try to steal a weapon from SK, but that defuse will come in quickly once they begin. Taking their time. Fox, he's the only one without a defuse kit. Why is he defusing the bomb? Oh. There goes Pasha. That defuse will be completed eventually by Fallen. Nice change there. So here we go. SK now in the lead, and you can see the shoulder peek came in at the wrong time. Nia got way too close. Had to almost abandon ship. Molotov not deep enough. It was opportunity for Virtus.Pro. They got that planted, much needed plant, and that will give Pasha the money for an AWP and some grenades.
VP down a round, and it's not been the story until just now. Such a slow climb, such a grind back into this from SK Gaming, sitting on that 1-point lead. And VP, all the pressures on them. Desperately looking for that good start into this series, into this semi-final. See what they can get done here with the map control. A bit of a default at the moment, nothing too out of characteristic from what you would expect from your average train opening from the T side. Ali looking perhaps to pressure Ali, and VP still just looking for some information. But SK, they hold very passively.
Virtus.Pro cannot lose this round. They can't think of what happens if they do. Just got to focus 1 round at a time. Same for SK. To describe SK, their tournament so far in 1 word, it would be struggle. Every game has been very difficult for them. This one is no different, but they've got a lead. They have a chance to get what could be a surprising game at this point over Virtus.Pro. 40 seconds remain. Virtus.Pro looking for a 3-way split of the A site. 3 SK players deep. Will they have the communication to handle this? 30 seconds remaining.
Balls at the ready. He's going to have some of the sound cues here. There's the flash. He has to be in his position. His teammates have to deal with theirs, but that's not going to happen. VP walk in. It's the plow happening right now. Looks very good for Virtus.Pro. Taz swipes away Fur as well, and there is the bomb plot. What on earth do Taco and Fallen do in this position? There's really not much for them to do as far as a retake's concerned. They've just got to hold on to the guns. That was so decisive from Virtus.Pro.
Everyone alive for the Polish side. Do they choose to hunt? They know an AWP is in play, but they don't really have money. So there are decisions to be made. They're closing a net on these players, but they look good to survive for the time being. 14-14. This first map starting to go down to the wire. It's been a long journey, and it's only the first map of the series, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Eleague called it. He said it's going to be 2 on Virtus.Pro, but very, very close. Of course, we're yet to see a VP victory here. That said, we'll hold our breath because maybe these guys will survive. Taz himself, Taz. And there is the trade. Oh, but the AWP is going to stay in the picture. That's very important there. Fallen's going to be able to keep hold of that AWP. Guns will be dropped for his teammates. 14-14. This is going down to the wire, and it's only the first map. Indeed, what a crazy way to start this one.
SK chosen to buy, they forced it up. They are all in for this round. 2 AWPs for the SK team. Fur's going to be the one on the UMP. big guns coming out. One of these teams are about to go to game points in the first of this series. Both teams looking for a place in the final where they both feel like they'll belong. All four SK players, well, four of them, very deep towards A. First come in. Look how far back they're playing from now. Both AWPs are staying on the A site. This won't be easy retake for SK if Virtus.Pro are successful here.
There are the flash, the counter grenades. That's a bit too slow though. Good entries to allow the site to be taken by the Virtus.Pro side, as SK will be able to spill out of the choke point, so they can set this up. It's a 4 versus 4 situation, a retake with AWPs, and those smokes were just put down.
Look at this positioning from the T side. They've got smokes so deep. SK have no map control whatsoever. They left both AWPs on the A side. Now they have to try and retake or maybe save what they have for the coming round. It is abandoned ship from SK. It looks abandoned before Virtus.Pro even made their way into B. Game point Virtus.Pro in just a few seconds.
The VP, they're not going to allow it to be abandoned ship. They want to kill every single last player, even though they do have to be wary of their own economy here, as they don't have a huge amount of cash. They do have the ability to try to hunt down a couple players. You can see Neo's at that task at the moment, but he won't find anything. SK will escape with their weapons, and we haven't really seen much of the double AWP from SK Gaming, and VP have been so deliberate and so methodical in these sites. It feels like they're like a boa constrictor at the moment. They're slowly crushing all the space, just forcing SK back piece by piece.
Game points. SK, they saved a lot of gear for forcing to the Mag 7. Taz going early towards B, looking for some aggression. He may find some, but there's Snacks looking very hard man to defeat in the duel. Coldzera's got the angle, but nothing doing. Some info for Virtus.Pro as to the setup of SK early. We may see Snacks rotate the AWP, or at least the position. Sorry, Coldzera. Again, going to be shoulder peeking with the Mag 7, looking for some meat shots. Fallen with a very off angle towards Ivy at the moment. Can Virtus.Pro take this a normal time? They've looked so dominant for most of this game, but here we are. One round, fine round between these two sides. Virtus.Pro creeping through Ivy now, but he's got the angle, but the smoke obscures his vision. Fallen, can he get down before that smoke goes? He can, but the scope, surely they'll hear it from that position. They must hear it.
Pass should be able to do it again. So previously, it looks like Nia's going to kick off the proceedings. Fallen knows that the defense is crumbling right now. He has to fall back a little bit. There is a new position. Oh, you can't miss that shot! Pasha sure will not, and that's going to be Fox with a quick trade, but still, we have VP pressing onto the bomb site there. Fox holding it down so far, leaving Taz alone. The old man of the team, can he bring this one back for VP, or will SK be able to make it to overtime? He's got 3 players to deal with. He's been spotted, his position given away. It's really tough for Taz in this spot. Spotted out by Fox, taking critical damage. The trade comes in, and overtime is the result. Somehow, SK grind it out once again to another overtime. So many we've seen this tournament.
The struggle is absolutely real for SK, and you have to wonder now if they will start to get stronger as time continues. You see the frustration on the faces of Virtus.Pro. I have no idea how Fallen missed that shot. He's further away from the angle. He sees Pasha first, but he still can't get the kill. Shows you how tense things are at the moment. Both teams may take a few seconds before this starts. So now both teams have money. 3 rounds aside, everyone starts with $10,000. The unpause has been activated. Virtus.Pro will continue on the T side.
This is really amazing for SK though. I mean, they had a very rough start. They did, win the first pistol round.
Down. We've got 4 AWPs in the first round of overtime.
Nice.
Are you guys ready for 4 AWPs? Someone's going to be broke at the end of this round.
Yeah, I mean, it's been working out for VP. The AWPs have been doing wonderful work. For SK, it hasn't been as convincing so far. But again, this is a breath of fresh air for them to be able to reset after such a grind. They started off the first half very poorly and ended up that way. And it was a grind all the way since that point. So let's see if life has been breathed into them with this overtime. Already the picking attempts are coming in with the orbs. Pasha, the first man here, trying to look over the smoke, but will Fallen be ready for this? You can see that he's aware that there's some shenanigans with that smoke. Oh my god, between the two players there, through the smoke, so close, you'll never know. But that was indeed quite a close one.
So we have a common setup that we see when there's an AWP on the CT side, coldzera in connector, holding the high ground for his teammate Taco. That allows him to rotate back and forth better, and Taco can focus with an off angle on the low ground. You can see numerous teams doing that setup, not necessarily a default, but it will go there every so often. SK, they've had problems towards B as well. coldzera's position allows him to get flashed a bit less, for a bit shorter. Fallen though, he missed his last shot, he can't miss this one. Again, he's got the advantage, he's closer, but now he's blind. Forced off the corner by the flashbang.
And without a frag as well. Again, VP seem to be so good at just pushing Fallen back, making him take new angles. Further and further back. Fur, he creeps around the side of the trade. Important play from Fur. He's still deep amongst the enemy lines. He will eventually be taken down, but did he do enough damage? Perhaps not. Yarly's back in there. And now he's going to rest onto Taco. Onto what? Fallen gets himself 2 in a row, leaving just Neo.
Ooh, it's so tight, but he can't find the angle. Spots it, but Neo, how have you done this? Taco in connector, does he know where Taco's coming from? He's holding the angle very, very tightly indeed. Taco to crouch pig, it's not good enough. He dinks him down to AHP, but Neo survives. Maybe the most iconic man in Counter-Strike, delivering for his side in the first round of overtime. Let's not forget, both these teams bought 2 AWPs in the first round of overtime. That is an all-in play from both sides. Only one will be successful.
All right, so how do you separate these two teams right now? Getting pretty tight, but indeed the double auto will reign true still for Virtus.Pro. Fallen still the only, well, now the only AWP for his team. Hold back onto the M4. Some early pressure from both sides here with his initial grenades. Again, Train is such a crazy map in the way that it's so hard for the CTs, much like Cobblestone, to play aggressively. Bit of info again here for Taco, but how will he read this? Because, again, you can't call it too soon here. You don't want to over-rotate. And little does he know, the entire team is there.
Now they've got the one AWP, the CT side, and Fallen is miles away. He could not be further away. And they would love that angle on the high ground. The smoke, Obscure Division, it's going to make it really hard for Fox Force to just spray it at random. Taco on the low ground, finding a kill time to come in for the CT side. Lovely 180 from it. That's exactly what they need. If they lose this round of CTs, they've got no money at all. It's 5 versus 1. This could be perfect for SK if they can win this without losing a single player. There's Taco trying to do more, and he will. 3K for him. I have no idea how that happened. They've had so much trouble on B. Yeah, again, so if Virtus.Pro win that round, the next round's free because there's no cash.
Yeah, really sick defense here from Taco. Like, the frags initially came very slowly, but once he got that first one, the 180 proved successful. Great stuff from Taco. That's a really pressure situation. So he knows if he gets nothing there, that his team is likely very screwed. So 16-16, tying things up here once again between these two teams. Overtime 1. Now, a tech line onto Pasha. Rest of the teammates look pretty good, but there's no AWP, so we'll see perhaps a different pace from Virtus.Pro to try to accommodate that fact. And indeed, going quite quickly into the A-bomb site with the smokes.
Snacks, he is in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by smoke grenades and Third. They're almost back-to-back at the moment, dancing through the blindness, but it's Snacks to go down. Very cheeky stuff indeed, not going to work out for him though. That disables Virtus.Pro yet more. Pasha just on a Tech 9 at the moment. Look at this. This is variance being benched for. There's the bomb. There's the push from Virtus.Pro. Fallen delivering as well. There's coldzera. It's Neo alone. SK surely are going to take a lead going into the second half. Can you imagine if VP lose this? What that means for them psychologically going into the rest of the series?
Absolutely crazy stuff here. A lot to be discussed for both teams. And also when you get into overtime territory, in regular time, it's like, okay, you can run all these different strategies, and then, you have some success rate with this and that, and then eventually you get to the overtimes, and you've run that T side so many times, you've run those CD setups so many times, it starts to blur all together, and it's hard to actually make the calls. It becomes just crazy as far as the mind games between the two leaders of the teams. And SK Gaming, they know they're in a good position, but VP, much like SK, they're just a team that don't tend to crack under pressure in these kinds of spots. They're so experienced.
SK, this is a side they've struggled on so much. Both teams now starting with one sniper. And again, We're back in the zone of slow plays from SK. Looking to take upper B quickly, it seems, but the flashbang was perfect. Smoke there as well. So they will slow right down and make sure Virtus.Pro aren't pushing too much. Snacks, he's been iconic with the AWP in this game so far.
And they know exactly as well, like that VP like to run this setup. They encountered it, they saw the problems that they had in regular time. And so with all that experience, especially with having a lead now as well, I think with Fallen being a bit more warm, we might see some more aggressive plays from him taking more liberties on the map, because we didn't see him really have any success with the AWP as far as picking goes. When it came to that regular time, they were dominated by Snacks in that sense. So this at this pace, they are really starting to waste all the utility of Virtus.Pro. The VP will try to hold on to as much as they can. They know what SK are trying to do here. And actually, we did see incredibly slow paces initially from SK. Didn't work out in regular time. Let's see if it changes here.
Yeah, SK right now, a car with no wheels. Not much movement being done. Things may start to speed up further. He's above Pop Dog with the bomb. Where is he headed? 31 seconds. SK throwing signals out. Not sure if they're real or fake though. Virtus.Pro, but look at his forward position. Barney looks away at the wrong time. First kill from Taco. Are they moving towards game point? The bomb's going down. They've gone for the standard. Oh, get your camera down. No, it's been denied. The bomb's down, however. There's still a man advantage for SK. Fur close to the bomb, deploying some Molotovs. Neo charging through. Has he seen him? Two-man push from the CTs, but where are the Ts? They have no idea. It's down to 3 versus 3. Fur's been picked off. Continuing to take Taz in no man's land, gets the kill, no trade by the Ts, fallen in an awkward position. I think the bomb's being defused, and can they get there in time? They can't! Virtus.Pro have stolen the round away!
They're going to get the kills in the end, but that's going to be bittersweet for them, as they were not in time indeed for that prevention of the defusal. Oh my God, Pasha, what are you doing? Oh my God.
I respect it, Dan.
Can you do anything less than respect that? That
absolutely
is...
respect it.
You need pretty big balls to go for a play like that. Pasha is crazy. 17-17.
To do that when you are almost facing match point, absolutely banana stuff. I absolutely love it. A fast play from SK now into the A site. The bomb will slowly emerge from the pop. Snacks' lines, though, are very strong indeed. Nice flashbang as well. Timely one. SK needs to cross to the site. Fox picked off. Snacks is still holding his line. Everybody's blind at the moment. The frag zone are going the way of Virtus.Pro. They are fighting back. Got people dancing on the ladders. Everything slows. Oh, Barley from out of nowhere gets taken down. Taz playing with a gap on the smoke, but nobody will offer themselves up to him. And now it comes down to the AWPs. Where are the AWPs? Ding dong, getting taken down. Neo holding his ground on the high ground, and it's Taco. He needs a clutch. He's got over a minute. He's got a bomb. He's got time. Can he get into position though? Taz is very close, and now he's been spotted. Gonna make his rotation, but it was the wrong one. Game point, Virtus.Pro.
So here we have another very slow round, even though they were pushing into the A site. Taking it very, very slow, angle by angle. VP still so confident. SK still so confident. He will break first. SK, they still have a good chunk of cash behind them to get a solid buy into this one, into this last round. Can they tie it up here against Virtus.Pro? Just the one AWP onto Fallen once again.
I can't believe he went for the knife there. I can't believe he went for the knife.
Again, just getting the early map presence. You often have to try to make sure that you have presence all over the map early on, just to keep your opponents honest and to prevent them from taking away some early map control from you, which allows them to then deduce exactly how your setup's going to be on the offense. So SK Gaming just making sure that the VP don't get too confident in that sense. And VP once again just going for the tried and tested setup we've seen so often from them. But that said, Bjarni is creeping quite far into the pop dog position, further away from the pack now. Somewhat isolated, will need good support here from his teammates. Should a rushdown occur, and SK Gaming perhaps looking for that A rush.
Taz and Pasha deep into B. No one holding angles from connector at the moment. The smokes go down, try to thwart the timing of the SK side. But again, SK, they're playing the clock down. until the clock almost ticks no more. Neo, this could be perfect timing. Unbelievable stuff. That is game sense. That is experience. Is it enough, though, to take the game here? Snacks holding an angle around Pop Dog. Surely someone is going to be sacrificed. Forced to more passive angles. 25 seconds left. Virtus.Pro want the numbers while they force SK to plant the bomb. The numbers being thinned out now. It's Code 0 versus 4. It's Virtus.Pro versus none. 19-17. The first game finally goes the way of the Poles.
Yeah, that's definitely a very big deal to them after having such a decisive first half, despite